Sports Encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you. Oh, God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Rich. You got the belt around you.
Smitty and Jason Brown. Coach JB Show.
You're muted, Big Smitty.
Y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me right now? Okay, we loud and clear, man. And we got a loaded show for you today, man. We cannot wait. I know y'all was watching all the Sunday games yesterday, last night. Bills, Lions had a shootout. My Colts, oh my God. I don't know if they're on the rundown, but I'm probably going to say something about them because my Colts looked trash in the second half. And, man, we got so much more lined up, man. What's going on, y'all? We got Ill Bill in the chat. We got Big Jim Slide A, Big Rube from Naptown, Max Hess, Bonnie, Chris Dabano, DJ, and much, much more. And I can't wait, man. How was y'all weekend, man? Before we even get the show going and rolling, man, how was y'all weekend? Let me know in the chat. And remember, man, this show right here is brought to you by BetUS, man. Go to BetUS. Use the promo code Coach JB. Let them know that Big Smitty sent you. Come on now, man. We lined up. We loaded. Coach JB is going to join us here in a minute, man. He had a last-minute big-time money call right before the show. We was talking. He said, Big Smitty, Bailey, he said, hold it down for 5 minutes. I got some money on the line. I might be locking it in for the show. So I said, listen, anytime I got some money to do with it, go handle that. I'm going to hold it down. What's going on, Jay Swish? What's going on, Vonnie? Man, listen. What was y'all favorite game last night? That's where I want to start off right now. What was the favorite game last night, yesterday? I know everybody's going to want to say the shootout with the Bills and Lions, but there was a lot of good games that happened on yesterday, man, that was locked and loaded, and it was exciting, man. That Jets game, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams connected in a way that we haven't seen in years. 198 receiving yards, made the game-winning touchdown, looked amazing, looked loaded. Oh, my God. But listen, the game that I want to talk about the most right now, like I just teased to, since I got the mic to myself, is my Indianapolis Colts. It was the tale of two halves, the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Let me paint the picture. This game, in essence, was a playoff game for my Colts. We were on the outside looking in. The Broncos at the time were the 7th seed in the playoffs. They're what? I think they were 8-6 going into the game, if I'm not mistaken. And my Colts was 6-7. So we win this game. We're only a game behind them and taking over that 7th spot in the playoffs. The first half looked amazing. We came out the gate, drove down the field. AR5 ran to the end zone, looked great. We're celebrating. We're looking good. But the play of the day, and I hate to say it because I love this guy. He's a great human being, one of the best running backs in the game. He's been a loyal player to my Colts since he got drafted to now. But Jonathan Taylor is running into the end zone, free as a bird, about to score a touchdown, and he lets go of the football. He drops the football right before he crosses the goal line. And instead of going up 19-7 and taking a 2-score lead, taking all the momentum away from the Denver Broncos at their home field, he fumbles the ball in the end zone, touchback. Denver Broncos come back, they score, and they don't stop. The game literally changed in the blink of an eye, just like that. And we got destroyed. I don't know what the last score was. Like, I got to look it up right now. I don't know what the ending score of the game was, because after the Broncos started stopping us, I just turned the TV off. 31-13. 31-13. We didn't score a single point in the second half. The Broncos scored 21 just in the fourth quarter alone. I'm done with the season. I'm done. Listen, I'm always be a Colts fan because I'm loyal, but that performance right there was the last straw. That's the last straw, man. How do you go into a game like this knowing it's a playoff situation? DeForest Buckner, one of our leaders, our captain, said it before the game. He said, listen, this is a playoff game. We're not treating it like a playoff game. It is a playoff game. And you go out there and you do that in the second half? No points in the second half? 21 in the fourth quarter? The defense gave up. The defense at some point, I thought, just gave up. They said, you know what? We're not getting any points. Our team is getting turnover after turnovers. Listen, I play defense. I know how it is when the offense isn't scoring. I know how it is when you feel like you can't get points on the board, and you feel like you know every single time you sit down as a defensive player, the next thing you hear from the coaches, hey, defense, get ready. Third down, defense, get ready. It can be disheartening. It can be frustrating. I get it. But you got to keep going, man. The defense was playing so good for 3 quarters. And then in the fourth quarter, just took their foot off the gas. But listen, the offense, man, Shane Steichen, you called one of the worst plays I've seen in a long time. And I've been defending you since the beginning. That double reverse pass, if you guys watched the game, we tried to do some trickery during the game where AR5 threw the ball to our rookie, Adonai Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell turned back, tried to throw the ball back to AR5 for like a flea flicker type of trickery play. The Broncos intercepted, running back for a touchdown. He go up 2 scores. After that point, I said, yeah, that was the point. I said, I'm turning the TV off because now you're trying me. Now you're trying me. When you do plays like that, you're trying to piss me off. And that's what they did. So listen, my Colts are definitely not making the playoffs. I don't care what the percentages say. We're not making the playoffs. It's a wrap. That was our last opportunity. So this rest of this season, get your stats up, get your numbers up, get your experience up, because it's time to focus on the offseason, focus on who we draft. Now I'm worrying about the NFL draft. I want to know who are my coaches, who are they going to draft now? Because this ain't it. We're missing something. And I know everyone was put all the blame on Anthony Richardson, and he deserves a good amount of it. But nah, man, this wasn't all on him. Like I said, defense gave up 21 points in a quarter. In a quarter. Michael Pittman Jr. Fumbled the ball. We got receivers dropping passes. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous of what I seen. So listen, I'm a Colts fan still. I'm a ride or die with my squad. I'm a ride or die with my team. But at the end of the day, man, I got to call a spade a spade. And my Colts are done this season. It's a wrap. We got to figure it out. I don't know what the answer is, because when you look on paper, I feel like we got every position there. We got a good receiver with Josh Downs. We just drafted Adonai Mitchell last year. We got Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. O-line is solid. I think the one thing we need is a dominant tight end. But I don't think that's going to be the difference of taking us from a non-playoff team to a contender. So I don't know, man. You know, y'all let me know in the chat what my Colts need, and maybe we can find the answer, because I don't know what it is, man. But listen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break real quick. Here's coming up real soon. But before we do that, I know y'all watched this weekend the Heisman ceremony. I know y'all watched the Heisman ceremony. Travis Hunter, officially the Heisman winner. Something that, shout out to our guy, Matt McChesney, who's going to come on later. He's been saying since before the season that this is what happened. Look at the list of awards that he had. A historic season, Heisman Trophy, Belenzica, Walter Camp, Lot Impact, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, AP Player of the Year. This is amazing, and we're about to dive into all of this here in a second. 1 minute bump. We're coming right back.
What up? We are in the building, man. It is Merciless Monday. I'm taking no mercy because the technical difficulties took my mercy. We had a little issue with the internet over here on my side, not everybody else, my side. So we got back in the building. We are here on this Merciless Monday. So appreciate you hanging in there. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member today. As Smitty already started the show off, so let's bring Smitty back in. My Far East Sider. Smitty, you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. What's going on, my guy?
Making sure I'm sounds good.
I told the chat that you had a money making call. You was getting some money right now. You had to you had to go handle that and then come back. So that's why I told the chat. I lied to the chat. So
you lied.
I lied to the chat. Yep. So when I lie though, you got to stay with me so that people don't know I lied. You ain't got to tell me the problem we got going on.
Yeah, I would have stayed with you, but we're the realest show though, so we'll straight tell everybody we lied or we're bullshitting or whatever.
We real, but to an extent, I still don't trust these motherfuckers in the chat.
Yeah, well, there's two people I trust. Me and the other one ain't you. So
come on now.
You know what I mean? Let's dive into it, man. I lost everything, so I gotta start over here. Let me pull up my deal. But I heard a little bit of what you were saying.
I was talking about a lot of stuff, man. I talked about my coach and that horrible performance in the second half. And then as soon as I started to kind of hint about the Travis Hunter thing, I said, let me pump the brakes. I know we got Big Mac coming on later. And I know we want to talk about NFL. So I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself before we dive into that. But a little cliffhanger, we're going to definitely talk about that Heisman Trophy ceremony, break it all the way down. Did Jency get robbed? We got a lot to dive in on that. I know JB got something to talk about on the NFL side that I want to jump in on immediately.
Yeah. Let's dive into it. This show is powered by BetUS, so head on over there today as we'll get to the quote of the day right after this. But did we just become best friends, Smitty? Yep. You want to go do karate in the garage? Yep. Brotherly love is back in Philly as the stepbrothers reunite. The head coach can't talk to his own players without being blocked by a guy that he subsequently hired. And A.J. Brown can now stop crying like a female because he got the ball. Yippee fucking yay. Here's the truth. A.J. Brown could have lost yesterday, Big Smitty, and had the same stat line. And he'd be the same happy person as he is today. Jalen Hurts could have lost yesterday with the same stat line. And he'd be pissed at the world. The difference between QBs and wide receivers in football. And that is just simply facts. You can take them or you can leave them at the door and either enter or leave this show. But this is the realest show on planet Earth. We got a loaded lineup today. Smitty, E-Dub, Super Bowl champ, Eric Weddle, Monday, Shaun King, and Big Matt will join us, talk about all things real. But let's dive into this loaded show. Hit the like and subscribe and become a member if you're not one. We are close to getting 1,000 members on the channel. Let's hit 1,000 before Christmas. You got 9 days. 9 days. We're close. I think, Bailey, I don't know what we got, 850 or something. We need members. Come in, become a member so we can blow this show up and become the best show on planet Earth. To be the best, which we already are. We already have exceeded the best. We're already the best. We're the realest. But to be the best and the realest, we got to have the viewership. Like, everybody needs to watch the show, so you guys got to become members today. Smitty, let's dive into it right out the gate. We got a quote of the day, as you love to hear every morning, brought to you by BetUS, and we're going to have our BetUS lock picks of the week. By the way, 2 for 2 lock picks of the week yesterday on BetUS. Videos of proof. They're out there lingering around.
Making money. I told y'all go to Winnable too. We had to pick some Winnable. Y'all didn't go on there. It's on y'all. Cause you made some money.
And prize picks.
Yep.
And
y'all. Go to winnable.com. You can see all our picks every single day. But it's on y'all. If y'all don't make no money, I ain't gonna bet y'all make no money.
Hey, I picked the Bills to lock pick, beat the Lions. I called that. And then I called who was my other pick? Goddamn, I got so much going on. And then my other lock pick was earlier in the morning. I picked who'd I pick? Fuck, I got so much going on right now, man. I don't even know who I picked. Bailey probably remembers. Packers.
Oh, yeah, that was easy. Yeah.
Packers were my lock pick. Packers and Bills. Fuck. Let me wake up, man. I haven't had my coffee yet. I've been trying to fix my internet all morning.
It's like a whole bunch of excuses to me.
Yeah, it is. Don't pray tomorrow today. That's what you get. Let's dive into it, man. Quote of the day brought to you by BetUS. Smitty, head on over there today. Use our promo code CoachJB. Get you 120% bonus plus 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit with protection. So make sure you head on over to BetUS today and bet tonight's great, unbelievable mid-late season matchup between two great, unbelievable teams. The Raiders, who are looking to get a playoff spot, and the Falcons, who are looking to win a Super Bowl. What a joke Monday night game, Smitty. We got to dive into that as well. I don't know if Bailey has it on the line, but we got to be able to make.
We will.
Roger Goodell has to be able to put a flex schedule together to manipulate games as the season gets along, because it's all about viewership. There's no way anybody wants to watch this fucking Raiders-Falcons game tonight after those great games you saw yesterday. It's just no way. It's like you busted and now, bitch, get out of here. Like, I got to do that now. Like, come on, man. I don't even want to watch the game no more. Shit.
We're going to dive into that for sure. We're going to dive into that. But what's the quote of the day, man? That's my favorite segment of the entire show. I don't care about nothing else but the quote of the day.
There is meaning in every journey that is unknown to the traveler. I'll let everybody calm down and understand what I just said.
There's meaning in every journey
unknown to
the traveler. I see what you're saying. So everything you do in life, there's a meaning and a purpose behind it that you might not even be aware of until later on. But there's a reason for everything. It's a reason for the seasons, what you're saying. Okay, I like that. That's smooth. That's probably top 200, but I like that though. Like, that's something that's like necessary. It's top 250, but it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody in the chat, like T Mixum, needed to hear that. Jazzy Jazz needed that in her system today. So I appreciate that. I didn't need it, but she did.
Give me the other 199 right now. Go.
Well, so the other day, I gotta find my list. If you would have told me this yesterday, I would have bought the list and I would have.
Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Heading over to Prize Picks tonight because we're gonna do a little DFS tonight for you with E-Dub and Shaun King. As we do a little betting segment now every Monday, Thursday, and Friday as we get ready for college football playoff. That's this Friday. So it's going to be a special Friday show this week, free game Friday. We're going to dive into a full betting segment brought to you by BetUS. Shaun King and I and with Smitty are going to dive into a lot of picks. Today with E-Dub, we're going to do a DFS selection. With Shaun King, we're going to do our Monday night lock picks. So make sure you head on over to BetUS. Contrary to belief, Smitty, Prize Picks, promo code CoachJB. We'll show you who I'm picking tonight in my DFS, and Desmond Ridder will not be on there. But Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Brock Bowers, they'll be on there. Let's dive into it. Life isn't about finding yourself, Smitty. It's about creating yourself.
Here we go. Now that's one of them ones. That's one of them ones. That's way better than the quote today. I like that. It's about creating yourself. You ain't finding yourself. Create yourself. You got a clean slate. It's like art. You got a clean canvas. Create yourself. Paint yourself. We all got different starting points, but at the end of the day, as long as you got that paintbrush, you got some markers, you can draw and create with the vision you want for yourself. Come on now. That's powerful, JB. I like that one. That's the top 16, contrary to belief. Top 16, contrary to belief.
I don't think you're right, but well, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, Smitty did make it a little GAY, huh? I feel you on that.
We're a very immature chat. And it's your fault. Because they follow the leader. So you created this cesspool, and they follow you. I tell you that. You got a lot of power, man. Learn how to use it properly.
Let's dive into it. Poll question, Smitty. And that's the first topic on the slate.
What?
Are the Eagles flying high? Are they the best team in NFL right now?
Best team in the NFL, Philadelphia Eagles. I think you got to say yes. Even with all the controversy that we talked about between, AJ and Jalen, first of all, it looks like it was a little overblown based upon what we saw yesterday. Those two, they were clicking from beginning to end, dancing, celebrating. After the touchdown, we saw them pregame talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, just seemed like whatever the quote-unquote issues were a little bit overblown, or they spoke to each other as men, and they got them figured out. But on that football field, man, what they showed me is that they can win multiple ways. They can win with Jalen Hurts throwing for dang near 300 yards. They can win with Saquon running for almost 20 yards and Jalen only throwing the ball 15 to 20 times. They can win with A.J. Brown being quiet. They can win with A.J. Brown having a loud game. They can win despite some of the mistakes that head coach Nick Sirianni makes. They can win. Like, there's just so many different ways they can win. And that defines a great team. They didn't just beat any old team just now. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the best teams in the NFL, a Super Bowl contender, a team that's been rolling. And they I mean, 27-13 is a beatdown in NFL standards. That's a blowout in NFL standards. So, I mean, defense shut down Russell Wilson in that offense. Offense was clicking. Everything they wanted to do worked. I think you have, like, there's no other. I think you have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles as the best team in the NFL right now in this exact moment. And they look like they could be back in the Super Bowl again, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. What is my live access removed for?
TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't said nothing.
Nah, you spelled out that word.
Nah, hell nah.
Yes, TikTok's smarter than what you think,
fuck
bro.
Them
Yeah.
Asian motherfuckers then, man. I'm over at fucking TikTok. Oh, young fucks.
Well, you know they might be shutting TikTok down in January in America, January 19th.
You can't spell out name. Get the fuck out of here, man. I can't stand these fucking little Asian fucks, man. Fuck TikTok. Ban that shit then. Fuck them. I'm over that shit, man. Let's fucking Trump got elected again, motherfuckers. Shit, we should be back to freedom of speech, ain't we? God damn, homie.
Ain't nothing gonna change, homie. I try to tell you and Billy that from the beginning, but it's another conversation for another day, homie. Ain't nothing gonna change. Same old stuff going on, homie. Same old stuff. Grocery price still gonna be high as hell. Everything else still gonna be high. I try to tell you that, but y'all want to pray. Y'all want to pray like he was God. Like he was God. I try to tell you that. Ain't nothing gonna change. You know, we'll see. But
yeah, well, yeah, you can't build Rome in a day, homie. Your guys, your side fucked us for the last 4 years. So now you want us to fix it in one day.
Both sides continue to do it.
Anyway, there are real aliens out here. They're rolling around. E-Dub saw one last night right over his house. He took a video. He sent it to me. So we're going to dive into that when he calls. Very interesting. I'll let E-Dub tell the story, but he did catch something over his house real live. He sent me the video. We talked on the phone. It ain't an alien. That's what I'm saying. But he got a video. He got a video of what everyone's calling the drones, though. So we're gonna dive into that. Something's going on though, Smitty. I hope we're not looking for nukes or something crazy like they're saying. So I hope conspiracy. Yeah, it's to keep your boy out of office, but that's a whole nother show.
Not true.
Go ahead, Smitty.
Go ahead. I already did my take. Are the Eagles the best team in the NFL right now?
I already said yeah. But here's the issue. Before that, though, I think they're still going to have problems. Here's where it goes, Smitty. It goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The Eagles were carried by Saquon Barkley for the last 11 weeks. Then last night, they played a great top 3 defense in Pittsburgh, and the defense shut Saquon down. They focused on Saquon. They shut him down. Jalen beats him with his arm and his feet.
Yep.
When, as we know, you see the playoffs come and you see them go, there's a book on these guys. Once you figure out, okay, now when we shut down Saquon, this is what they do. We're putting it down. All the D coordinators in the playoffs are going to be putting that down, and then you're going to have that to deal with. And that is where I find the issue that lies ahead for the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. Can Jalen Hurts do what he did last night consistently in the playoffs going forward to win them a ring, the real ring? I don't know. That's the question. Are they the best team right now in the NFL? Yes. I fully believe they're the most complete team in the NFL right now. Only because the Lions have finally hit rock bottom with injuries. And they lost 3 more last night. The Lions can score on anybody. I think they'll score on the Eagles. I think that will be the team that can score on the Eagles. The same with the Rams. The Rams and the Eagles were a 7-point game before it blew open. I think the Rams are playing well enough. I think there's only a few teams that can beat the Eagles in the NFC, and that's the Packers, the Vikings, the Lions, and the Rams. Period. That's it. So I don't know if there's another team out there that can beat this Eagles team. Will they win a Super Bowl though? Will be the determinant on Jalen Hurts. I believe Jalen Hurts controls how far that team goes. Now, the outside noise is another reason why they could lose. And you and I have seen how people why you lose in football. You lose the locker room, you lose it. And I don't know what's up with Sirianni and that team, but I'll be damned. I'll be damned if another coach gets in my fucking face and tell me I can't talk to my player while his bitch ass is over there smiling.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the issue I got, man. And I'm going to be real with you because, you know, I've been real with the Jalen Carter shit. So half of me, you split me half. This side loves it. I love him smacking the fuck out of the dude on the football field in the game. Love it. I loved him clubbing the fuck out of the guard in that game. And then I go over, that's Emmett Gooden to me on Netflix. I go over to Emmett and cuss his ass out and tell that motherfucker boop, blah, blah. And I buy him a burger that night. Right? That's how it works in the coaching world that a lot of you will never understand out there. But that's what it is. That's real. That's what it's supposed to be. But I'll be damned if a coach gets in between, especially in the college level, a kid I recruited, whatever. But the coach that coaches that guy, which is that D-line coach who coaches Jalen Carter, is trying to run interference for a shitbird that will later get you beat. Because once the playoffs comes, you cannot do that club. And it'll cost you a playoff game victory. So you better let me, the head coach, go over there or before I fire your bitch ass. That shit to me is unbelievable. This is the problem with Sirianni and this team that everyone keeps outside noise bringing up Sirianni as a leader and a follower and a blah, blah, blah. He's not the guy to get him over the hump, blah, blah, blah. It's just a bad optic, man. None of us, though, Smitty, I'm going to be fair with you because I'm a coach and a former coach and a 25-year coach.
Right.
Nobody knows what's going on in there.
100%. Thank you. 100%.
So you don't know if
it doesn't look that hostile to me, honestly.
I think he's telling the shitbird, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing dumb shit. He said something. The kid barked back because he's smiling over there like a bitch. He barked back. The D-line coach got involved and make sure that there was no escalation between the head coach and the kid, which should be. That should be the head coach and the kid should be. But then you got what's his name, the protector behind the D-line coach tugging his shirt like if he's pulling him away from Sirianni. So that's the point. That's the issue that I see. So see, is it an issue between Sirianni and the coach? Because it would be with me. I'd be telling the coach, control your fucking dude or you're fired. It's real simple. It's results-oriented business. The NFL is a results-oriented business. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's not personal. It's all business. And it's a results-oriented.
But he's getting the result. Jalen Carter is balling. So ain't no.
That's why I love it.
There's results. There's results. Yeah. Don't fire me because you're emotional and you butt hurt. Like that. You know, if you're gonna be a leader, be a leader. I don't think that's a situation.
He's not though.
Firing.
How's the head coach emotional and how's
I'm saying don't be. I said you can't be emotional in that situation. Like it's football. Sometimes coaches are going to go.
Who can't be?
I've seen coaches on my sideline have moments when it's like that. Like that's normal. We're men.
Who can't be though? Clarify though. Who can't be emotional?
I'm saying in that situation, you're saying that the head coach, Nick Sirianni, this example we're using, should be telling that D-line coach, hey, either get the results done or you're fired. I'm saying I don't think it should be like, first of all, he is getting the results done because on the field, Jalen Carter's balling this year. Is one of the best D tackles in the league. So number one, boom, that's already happening. But number two, I'm saying just because the D-line coach stepped in front of him and who knows what words were said, I don't think that's a fireable offense because I think what D-line coach is trying to do.
You're saying the D-line coach should be able to tell the head coach who hired him to calm down.
In that situation, yeah.
That's where I don't think you understand hierarchy and pecking order.
I think position coaches, especially if you got some respect about you for what you do, because I'm not a head coach, but like I know what I'm doing too, and we have a strong enough relationship where I've been here long enough to where like, okay, like listen, sometimes a head coach ain't always right. It's been time when my head coach is spazzing.
He is always right.
And the D coordinator got us. All right, coach. It's not about trying to demean them or overpower them. It's about, hey, coach, you having a moment. Let's simmer down. We on the sideline, middle of the game. Let's bring it back. And
that's where you're wrong, though. He is right. The head coach is always right, even if he's wrong. That's the problem.
I disagree.
That's what I know you do, because you've never been a head coach. That's what I'm saying. Not a knock on you.
You've been a head coach.
It's not a knock on you. I'm just saying, like, there is a huge, huge reason why you're always right. And it wasn't about get him to ball. We already know he's balling. I said it was about get your kid under control before that costs me a Super Bowl or you're fired. That is what I said. And then I thought you were saying, no, sometimes head coach is always right, homie. That's what I'm telling the D-line coach. Fuck that. I'm going to talk to the player because I'm the head coach and then tell you, make sure this motherfucker don't cost us another 15-yarder this season, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, isn't he leading the league in personal fouls?
I'm not sure.
I disagree completely with Max Hess. Jalen Carter has clearly lived up to the hype. He's unbelievable. I don't know what Max Hess is watching. Jalen Carter's been unbelievable as a player. We all know he's a shitbird, smart-ass little kid. He's still immature. As Smitty said, I think immature. There's no question immaturity runs rampant on this roster. I mean, from the quarterback to the wideout to the head coach to the D-line coach to Big Moss or whatever the fuck his name is, all these motherfuckers are
Big Dom.
Whatever. They're all some fucking weirdos. I'm just telling you. This team is like a fucking, like I used to say on Netflix, we're a ghetto fuck fest. I said to our team, that's what these guys are. This is a ghetto fuck fest waiting to happen, Smitty. And it's always something every week. The head coach yelling in the crowd. Like, this is Netflix, homie. This is Last Chance U. I mean, I'll be honest.
And y'all won too, though. And y'all won.
That's why I'm saying you split me down the middle. I like it over here. See, people don't understand. If you can control it, and you're the guy at the end of the day that has everybody on the same page, you can win it like this. But if you get out of pocket just a little bit, and a Jalen Carter runs your locker room and he makes a left at the stop sign and everybody follows him, then we got a problem. See, I had Malik Henry who he made a left, but the majority of my team made a right and still stayed the course. That's why we won it all. If a lot, because Malik had a lot of influence in the locker room, because contrary to belief, as you've seen on the show, he's on this show, he is a very influential locker room personality. Cats will follow a Malik Henry just like they'll follow a Jalen Carter, A.J. Brown, whatever. But do you have a mature enough group to say, all right, now, dog, we got to break wide from you because we still got a mission to accomplish. Coach Brown brought us here. Coach Sirianni signed us in this case. He gave us this money, him and the GM. We got a job to do for Philadelphia now. There, we had a job to do for the college, never winning a bowl game ever. There's a mission to be had, and can you fulfill it? That is where this Eagle team is, in my opinion. And then can Jalen Hurts be the good enough quarterback to get him over the hump? That's my whole thing.
Yeah, man. We'll see, man. It's definitely interesting dynamic. It feels like every week we're saying another team is the best team in the league. You know, it's Lions this week, it's Bills one week. Bills, you can still, potentially throw that name out there.
Hey, before we go to the next segment that you got for us, I'm going to go, but what do I know segment. I need to do it, but what do I know? I'm not going to go to a segment. I'm just freelancing.
Yeah.
But what do I know when it comes to? So I think I called Sam Darnold being the comeback player of the year. Well before the season. I think I said Josh Allen will have his best season because addition by subtraction is a real thing without Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, but it's not his best season, though. But yeah, you have a really good season.
You know what I mean? Well, it is record-wise, and a possibility to go to the Super Bowl it will be. I'm just saying, this is the best team they've had. All right, so those two things I called. I think I said the Rams would win the NFC West, followed by the Seahawks, who are going to have a good year, better than people thought. And I said the Niners would be out of the playoffs. I said all this before the season. Go back and look.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did say that.
I know. Oh,
there's no way you could have predicted all the injuries and stuff with the Niners, but nevertheless, you said it.
Smitty, just shout it out when you know it. You can just say, I know it. And then I'm just fucking with Smitty. And then I said the Chiefs would win 13 games. I said they'd be like 13-3, 13-4. I said they'd win 13 games. They're going to win 13. But they're not as good as everyone thinks. I said it before the season. I keep with that. There is a laundry list of shit that I predicted. I said Bo Nix was going to be one of the better rookie QBs, along with Jaden Daniels. Both of those guys are. I did say that, Smitty. I got record. We can find it.
I'm not saying you did. I'm trying to get it in my memory bank and try to.
JP, stroke my ego, homie. Stroke my ego like your girl smokes my dick. Keep going. What else, Smitty? I can keep going though. I said what else? The Cowboys would be.
The only thing I would disagree with and say I think you're wrong on, technically speaking. I don't think this is Josh Allen's best year, and I would argue that this is not their best team either. I would argue that.
Oh, I think it's their best team clearly because addition by subtraction is a real thing. Like I said, it was.
That 13 seconds team when they had the Chiefs beat, I don't know.
No, this team's going to be better. I'm telling you, this team's better. The only problem with this team is their defense is horrific in the second half, in the back row. The back row is stiff and slow.
It's a problem.
I mean, they got a guy that resurrected himself. So, I mean, they need to get a couple of little younger, quicker guys back there. But
what did you say?
Huh?
Hold on. What did you just say? I didn't catch it at first. What you was talking about? What did you just say?
What happened?
You said they have a guy in the secondary who did what?
Let's go to college football. I said you're going to have opt-outs in the playoffs. You're going to have opt-outs of bowl games. You're going to have the worst college football playoff ever seen before. And that starts this Friday, Smitty. But what do I know? We're going to
let me jump in.
I think I said C.J. Stroud will have a sophomore slump.
You said that. You did.
Okay. But all this shit, and the reason I wanted to bring it up is because I got all these messages going around saying, JB, I love him, but he's wrong more than he's right. And I'm like, I think most people in life are wrong more than they're right.
Yeah.
I think. But I actually been right more than I'm wrong. Fuck boys.
I want you wrong on Twitter.
I want to pat myself on the back for everybody in the chat. Go ahead.
Shout out to Lamar Jackson having his best year of all time. Looks like one of the best quarterbacks, probably the best quarterback in the NFL. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But anyway, let's stay on track here, man. You brought up the college football and people sitting out of bowl games, things like that. First of all, let's start here. We got a video, man. Cam Newton actually showed a clip of us, a clip of you and a couple of our show of you going off about players opting out of bowl games, saying that there's no such thing as a student athlete anymore. So let's show that real quick, Bailey, and then I'll tie that into the next one.
Take on these kids opting out of these so-called quote unquote meaningless bowl games is what the term is they use.
I guess it's a case-by-case basis. If you don't want to play in your bowl game, I'm not going to be like, oh, you're a bitch. That's your decision.
I don't give them an option. And I probably do call them a bitch when they don't play. I would not give them an option.
Bitch, though.
They're making a business decision.
Exactly. Right there, homie. That's what I got to be. Fuck all that, homie. Stop saying it's a business decision.
You're speaking from a fucking business
decision, then you play your games, homie.
There's a lot
play your games, homie. I paid you.
JB.
Hold on, no. Did I pay you or not?
It's a lot of money to be made.
Hold on, no. Did I pay you on an NIL deal or not?
Yeah,
then it's a fucking business decision that you play my games. Because I just fucking paid you NIL money to come to my school. Then you owe me just like a professional shows up to work every fucking day until his clock is over. You pay every game I paid you for. Fucking period, point blank. Stop with the fucking excuses as to these dudes deserve to sit out because they're going to get hurt. No, I deserve not to pay you then. Period, point blank.
You said that.
They're professionals, homie. You said it, Matt said it, everyone said it. Then fucking finish the job. Pay till your game's done. Period.
So, Bull,
play the game, homie. Play the game, homie.
So what do you think?
Play the game, homie. So I paid you. Stop with the narrative of student athlete. Here goes your soundbite, Breland. Yeah. There's no more such thing as student athletes, not at the Division I level.
Right there. So Cam is agreeing with you, and that ties directly with you going off on a Twitter video after Marshall opts out. Their players opted out of a bowl game versus Army after practically the entire roster entered the transfer portal when Charles Huff we found out that Charles Huff was leaving Southern Miss. So listen, it's all kind of tied in together right here. We got the video. Let's show JB going off here on Twitter.
Man, I'm against this opt-out bowl game shit. You've heard me well and clear, loud and clear. You get an NIL, you need to fucking play your games. But also, man, the NCAA Non-Carrying Nationals of America has set this up for failure. The kids are allowed to leave because you've opened the fucking portal during a bowl season that you deem meaningless. Well, guess what? It means something to a lot of people coming down the pipe, especially when it comes to TV contracts, pulling their money from you, and all these other different sponsorships. When you start to lose that money, you're going to start to listen and say, oh, fuck, these players should be playing these fucking meaningless bowl games. Finish the season, and then open the portal if you're going to have this fucking pussy-ass portal. Now, having said that, if the kids want to leave, they'll still leave, portal or not. But how about allow them to fucking play through the season and finish what they fucking started? What are you really teaching these fucks? Holy shit, you're fucking slapdicks.
There it is. So, I mean, I know we just threw a lot at y'all fans, but overall, it's really talking about the bowl games, players opting out, entering the transfer portal during the bowl games. JB, so I'm going to throw it to you first, man. Just overall, just take of right now. Obviously, playoff is this week. Starts bowl game stuff starts this weekend. What's your overall just take on this situation?
Yeah, here's an even deeper take that I haven't talked about, but first of all, the NCAA Non-Carrying Nationals of America have opened this. They've started this, and they allowed this. And we as adults have allowed this, and now we're reaping the benefits, or they're short of benefits. We're actually now the ones,
the repercussions, so to speak.
Crying. We're crying over what we allowed, though.
Yeah,
a couple years back, right? We allowed this to be the Wild Wild West. And you allow portal to be open a few times a year, which is asinine. Then you open it during the playoffs. Yesterday, a Penn State kid who's the backup quarterback entered the portal and left a huge Twitter message about God and all this other shit that I already went off on. But in that message, he stated, this sucks because I can't leave any other time, so I have to leave my brothers during a playoff run. So the backup QB for Penn State in the midst of a playoff run is leaving his team. And I say his team. I want to be clear here because this is what the joke of the tweet is. Stop acting as if it's your team if you're leaving it. You made a decision. We call it grown man decision, meaning you have to live up to what you chose to do. Nobody put a gun to your head and said, go to Penn State, motherfucker. No, you chose to go here. The last time I checked during your recruitment process, James Franklin was the head coach. Correct?
Yep.
So you agreed with him to sign a letter of intent and go there. And then you agreed for a collective to pay you some sort of money, whatever it may be, small, little, big, I don't know. And now you have said, it's time for me to enter the portal. I'm sorry that I have to, but I can't leave any other time. The last time I checked, homie, you agreed to go there. You are on a good enough team to be in a playoff. And you're now leaving those guys you agreed to and committed to for what? You have no idea. Because that's the key. You have no idea for what. You don't know where you're going, why you're going there. The next quarterback's going to beat you out also. This is what you do. You care more about yourself than any other time in the football history. This generation is enabled, as entitled, and it's because of us, Smitty. I take the blame with the adults in the room. We've entitled and enabled these kids to unforeseen futures. I can't stand it. Finish the fucking season that you started. That's really it. The portal's here, Smitty. I'm not changing the portal. I can cry till I'm blue in the face. I'm not changing the portal. It's here. Finish the season, though. That's my bitch and moan about. I'll cry till I'm blue in the face for you finishing the season. And that is the biggest fundamental issue with this whole fucking process. And to me, it's an absolute broken one. And I believe it's beyond broken. You should never even have created it to start with. And a kid that enters the portal during the playoff, if you're going to have the portal open during the college football playoff, which is the most asinine thing I've ever heard of, then what you should do is allow this kid to enroll in the new school. To Cam Newton's point, and I'm going to make a point that no one's mentioned, allow this kid to enroll at Michigan.
Yep.
Okay? Finish the football season at Penn State, though.
I agree 1,000%.
Because they're not student athletes. Stop calling them student athletes. Because if they were student athletes, Smitty, and here's my whole rant about this thing I wanted to bring up in the beginning, you wouldn't allow conferences that had Cal Berkeley in it and the University of Virginia in it. Because there's no fucking way you're telling me that you got GAs, grad assistants, and kids going to school at your institution of higher learning that you claim to be, Cal Berkeley, one of the highest educational institutions in America, for kids to leave on a Tuesday so they can get to Virginia on Wednesday and get prepared to play Virginia on a Saturday. And then the equipment bus has to drive 3,000 miles across the country with GAs and assistants in it that go to school at your institution. And you expect them to do fucking homework on the truck on the way over there or on the plane on the way over there while we're studying for Virginia's odd stack defensive front. And I'm supposed to do calculus and fucking geometry on the plane. And then I got to come back on Saturday night. And then I got to get practice on Sunday. And then I'm supposed to be in class on Monday. And then we play Miami the very next Saturday. And I got to travel all the way back to Miami. Because you've created a system that there is no fucking way you can tell me it's for the educational purposes of a scholarship. This is not. Take education and school out. This is the NFL minor fucking leagues. And that is what you need to call it. And stop acting as if you're going to school for an education. We all know that stopped even when I played. We didn't go for education. But guess what? We faked it. And the coaches held something over you. And it made you, guess what? Toughen your skin and finish the job. Yep. Now we've created a way where you get cussed out, yelled at for missing a class, missing a practice. You just enter the portal. And this is what the problem has become. And you can't tell me it's about education and higher learning. This is about money. It is about instant gratification, all about self. There is no more team. It's all I, no team. And this is what we've created, man. And it is sad, sad day. And when that happens, Smitty, is when football starts to become hard to watch because there's no longer any organic football being played. There is no longer any backyard bullies. There is no longer any home recruiting. There is no longer any genuine love for the sport that you want to go bet on and expect us to have a real shot at it in the biggest betting world we've ever seen sports gambling wise. You can't put your fucking money on 17 to 21-year-olds that are at a new school every year, Smitty.
You have no idea what's going to happen.
No investment. So, listen, man, it's a joke. There is no more education. Stop talking about it. If it was, then collectives wouldn't be involved, Smitty. The school would be paying you. The school would be paying you for a scholarship and then wouldn't allow you to leave unless you get paid that money back. That would be truly an NIL type of situation. This is pay for play, homie. Stop mentioning school because school is a joke. You can't allow these kids to travel all over the world on a week-to-week basis and expect them to play. I mean, we've been bitching about that for NCAA March Madness for years, Smitty.
Yeah,
they got to go to the West. Why Duke has to travel to LA and then they're going to be there 2 weeks, and then the Midwest Central is in New Mexico, and then the finals in Atlanta. And I got to finish my school. We've been talking about this in NCAA March Madness for years. So this has been ongoing. Now they're doing it on the largest scale, football, and now they have what they wanted. The NCAA has got what they wanted. They got their cake, and now they're eating it too.
Man, you said that beautifully. It's almost hard to even jump in. I'll add some 2 cents here to it. But, yeah, I mean, I'm with you 1,000%. I think, like you said, when I was playing, I don't think school even mattered. But now I think the era we're in now, you times it by 100 because of everything you just alluded to. the transfer portal, I want to touch on that specifically in the comment that the kid made in his note there. I'm kind of glad he made it, though, because I know it's quick for us to just blame the players, and players deserve some blame for not being, hard-nosed and being so quick to leave every single time something doesn't go perfectly for them. But like you said, it's the system more than the players. I don't think a lot of players just want to leave their team during bowl season. I don't think team players just want to not participate during the playoffs or whatever the case may be. But like you said, this is the window they have. It's like now or never. It's like if you don't do it now, you're stuck with your current school for the entirety of the semester, and you won't be able to leave until the summer, which puts you at a disadvantage when it comes to trying to play early and play immediately with your new team. That's a whole semester of workouts, getting used to the campus, getting used to the playbook, the coaches, their new position, whatever the case may be. So like that's a huge disadvantage. So these players are kind of left with like, damn, if I am going to transfer, unfortunately, I have to do it right now, So I like your idea, JB, as far as like, okay, let the players enter into the new school, let them enroll into the new school, but also allow them to finish the job, finish what they're doing now, and then bring them on whenever they're done. I think that's the perfect way to do it if you're going to continue to keep the transfer portal open right now. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's not fair. And again, what happens is we all just put the blame on the players because they're the ones who's actually leaving. But in fact, it's bigger picture. It's the system that's in place. So I think you and Cam Newton are spot on. It's no longer student athletes. I don't think it was really student athletes even when I was playing, but I think it really ain't that now. And it's 100% a business. And like how Steve Kim always comes on the show and says, like, we're at a point now when it comes to NIL that there needs to be actual contracts in place. I think that needs to happen. Hey, we're going to pay you $500,000. You have to play for 2 years. You have to play in all the bowl games at the end of those years, or whatever that agreement is. It needs to be signed, sealed, and delivered. So there's no misunderstandings. There's no confusion. There's no backing out. If you back out, you don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think that's where we're at. And, there's no point. There's no more, amateurs and none of that. No, this is professional league. Just at the college football now is like the G League, basically. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like college football is the G Leagues in the NFL.
Yeah, if I'm the commissioner, though, I don't give them the option because at the end of the day, I'll be the fact of the portal being the timely issue, but the bigger picture is, to disagree with you, it is the kid's fault because at the end of the day, they committed to a place and now they're fucking reneging and they want out. If that's not the player's fault, then I don't know what is. You did the deep dive, Smitty, into finding out if I want to go to Ball State or not. Once you made the decision to go to Ball State, there is no backing out. If there is a back out because of, let's say, the coach leaves and all this old shit that we always discuss, then you should get a one-time transfer because we've allowed 4 coaches to leave in 4 different places and those kids to leave 4 times. This is a joke, homie. It ain't about that no more. That's an excuse to follow a coach, and that's an excuse to leave to a commitment that you made. And it's bigger for me. It's about me making a commitment to myself to follow through and finish what I fucking started. Yeah. And that is where the grown folks in the room have lost me by not holding these kids to the T and the standard of, listen, dog, it ain't about me and you. It's about you upholding your end of the bargain that you agreed to because you're going to have to do it later in life. You're going to have to agree to do it when you get married. You're going to have to commit and agree to it when you get your kids and tell them you're going to protect them at all costs. You're going to have to do it when you go to the job and you have to report and clock in. You're going to have to commit in your life. We're setting them up for failure. Smitty, let's take a commercial break. Matt McChesney on the other side. Is there anything before that?
No, we good. We good to go.
TikTok will be back. Smitty will be back in 3 with Matt McChesney. What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance.
Yeah.
Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the party here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
All kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
A 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me,
I
JB.
might race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is real deal. You guys got to go check it out. Firstroundperformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
Nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit firstroundperformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their Amazon store.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Yeah, we back. We live, and like we promised y'all, we got our special guest man of the week. It's Monday, and of course, we got to bring the big guy, the big fella, the hog, the dog, the D line, the O line, 0 to 60 pod, 6-year NFL vet, the one and only Big Matt McChesney is here, ready to go with the Heisman stick. What's going on, Matt?
It's a good day to be a Buffalo, boys. Happy Monday.
Yes, it is, man. Listen, I gotta give Matt a hand clap because say what y'all want. Big Matt called this out.
2 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say a long time ago.
My futures bet hit last night too. It was nice.
You bet.
I put a G on him. I put a G on him when he was like plus 3,500 or some shit. So
really,
yeah.
Ooh.
You know me, Coach. I stand behind my shit, dog.
Loan me some money, then. Loan me some money, man.
If there's a VIG on my money loan, homie.
Hey, BPS. That's
2
BPS.
points a week. Every Monday, I want my money.
Anytime the homie wins money, it's always, let me borrow something then.
Right. Let me hold something
in my hand.
That's why I'm not letting nobody know when I win the Mega Millions tomorrow, homie. Not one person will know. I'll be right here the same way, but I'll be worth like $700 a mil.
I don't understand how people like the Gentry got robbed thing. He had a great year. He's a great player. But Travis Hunter had a once in a lifetime season. Like it's the Charles Woodson season, like times 10. So it's the best overall player, and that's why he won.
Yeah, I saw Genty was kind of butthurt. I think he had like I saw some little clip, like an interview after the ceremony. He was, saying that he thought he should have won still.
I'd be pissed off too, dog. That's the Heisman.
For sure.
You don't get another shot at that.
For sure.
He was my pick, but I get it. I mean, it is what it is. You play at Boise.
Shocker.
You're right. I mean, my opinion. I thought he was the best player all year long.
I mean, it was the closest race they said since 2009. So it's not like people were just dissing him. Like, nah, it was close as hell. Like, he was right there.
But look, the right guy won the award. He won damn near everything else other than the Thorpe, which I don't understand how they can. Other than like Bailey and I came up with this theory that they gave it to just a DB. Like that's if you only can play DB, that's the only reason you're getting the award. I don't know, but he won everything else, and damn, bro, what a season! What a season for this kid. So whoever gets him in the NFL, I hope they use him right, and I hope the party keeps on going. I think he'll be a great pro too. We'll see on which side of the ball or if both. I'm eager to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish him nothing but the best. I'm so thankful for what he did to come into 1-11 Colorado, and 2 years later we're 9-3 going to the Alamo Bowl and winning a Heisman. 30 years after my boy Rashawn Salam won it in 94. I'm watching the Heisman Trophy presentation the other night with my son at the same age that I was watching the Heisman Trophy presentation with my dad 30 years ago, watching the bus win at that point with Rashawn. And, it was really cool what Chris Fowler did, honoring Rashawn a little bit. Rashawn was a good friend of mine and is beloved by the CU community. And he passed away in 2016, and his funeral was just so crushing and heartbreaking. And it was really cool for them to honor him a little bit. And, for him to be up there being honored the same way that Travis is on all these graphics and everything. It's just really cool. So I just wanted to say that before we get started, bro. It's just a great day to be a Buff, and Heismans are few and far between. And now they're on a list with some very exclusive teams that have two, and there's not a whole lot. So, Travis Hunter, congratulations, brother. That's fucking big time.
Let me ask you, how you think that politics played a role in this at all?
Politics?
Yeah, we all know politics exists in the game of now with all this money being floated around. Do you think if Deion was the head coach at Boise, Genty wins?
That's a good question.
No, because I think Travis would have played at Boise and done the same thing.
Well, that's my point. But I'm just saying, to me, it's all social media and we're so
guys,
influenced though. Seriously, we're so influenced by.
It's never happened before though. Like no one's ever played this much at this high a level. He won the Receiver of the Year award and the Defensive Player of the Year award. Like he won the Chuck Bednarik and the Biletnikoff. That's fucking crazy. So.
But that's my point.
I just don't see how politics played into it at all. After being 1-11 2 years ago, 4-8 last year, I think that this is just the coronation of one of the best college football players that's ever walked the earth. And Gentry is an unbelievably good running back, and Gabriel's a good quarterback, and Cam Ward's good, and all these other guys. But we've seen seasons where running backs go for 2,000 yards and they're dominant. We've seen quarterbacks play well on number one teams. No one has ever seen what Travis Hunter just did, and you probably will never see it again.
Yeah.
So, again, Smitty, it's amazing to me, and I'm not attacking you, Coach, but maybe some of the people in the chat, like, it happens again, see you win something, and there's a bunch of excuses on it's political or he shouldn't have won or blah, blah, blah. Just understand and respect the greatness for what it is, folks. That's what I would suggest here.
Yeah, and JB, before you jump into
I don't care.
Yeah, just real quick, like I would say, like having Deion as your head coach and like campaigning for you and the buzz around there, does it help? For sure, yes, I think for sure. I think it helps for sure, just because from a standpoint of marketing, promotion. But at the end of the day, you gotta go out there and ball out to even be in the conversation, to be in this position to do it. And Travis Hunter did that. You know what I'm saying? We all saw, we all agreed. Even you, JB, agreed that you thought he was the best player in college. I mean, you were saying that at a certain point during the season as well. So I think they got it right, but the race was close, and I think that was correct as well. I was in a position where, like, if Jitsi would have won, me personally, I wouldn't have been like, oh my God. Like, I wouldn't have like fell out like, oh my God. But I think the right person won. So
yeah, I don't believe he should have won the Wide Receiver of the Year award, though. I don't understand where you guys see that at.
Again,
but he's not the best wideout in the country. Like, there's just not a question. I think he's the best.
The Biletnikoff award guys would say
Yeah.
different. 14 touchdowns and 1,300 yards is pretty big time. 90 catches, like
No,
this
it is
isn't.
big time. I'm not saying it's not.
I'm confused on how everybody now. I think it's a little Colorado fatigue. I think people are now getting tired of CU, which is right where we want to be. For real, that's just
normal.
what it is.
That's normal, though, Matt. You know that. Anytime you're shitty and you go good, like everybody hates.
Yeah,
you
and people are gonna hate, and like, but I don't understand how people can sit around and act like this is like somebody stole an award from someone.
Right.
I don't believe it was stolen.
What are you talking about? He stole. He earned the fuck out of that Heisman.
Yeah.
If I've ever seen anybody earn a Heisman, it's Travis Hunter this year. So.
I don't
Man,
believe it was stolen.
I'm not saying
gonna say
Gentry
that
shouldn't have won. He was a great player and he finished second, and that's all well and good. Go play in a major conference and maybe you win the award. There's my answer. I mean, come on. All the Boise State apologists, save it. Have fun in the playoff.
Yeah, he's the best well-rounded player we've seen since Charles Woodson. I mean, that's period.
He's incredible.
I don't know if he's the best corner or wideout particularly, but that's how it is.
The
That's
Big 12 is not a major conference. This is the other thing. Like people in the chat.
No, they are. But they didn't
Arizona
play.
State got a bye, didn't they? Sure did. The Big 12 is a major conference. Idiots.
But
Like
they
you
didn't
can't.
play 'em, though.
Your opinions don't mean shit, guys. What happened actually means something.
Well, what happened is they didn't play him though. That did happen. Fact of the matter, they didn't beat the top 25
Who didn't
team.
play? Who?
Colorado didn't play Arizona State.
That's not what I'm saying. There's people in the chat saying the Big 12 is not a major conference.
No. I'm saying what the narrative out there is Colorado didn't play those teams. That you and I discussed this on your show. That's a conference issue or a national
Yeah,
issue.
well, that's what happens when you have 16 teams in a 12-team conference and not everybody's going to play. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. The narrative is though they didn't play nobody, they didn't beat nobody. That is why people are saying what they're saying. In my opinion, that's why I wish they would have played Iowa State and BYU and Arizona State. But
They're playing BYU in the Alamo Bowl, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, man, to a topic that's making a lot of noise online. It's a shame we even got to talk about it, but it is what it is. Obviously, after Travis wins the Heisman, all the talks have been about his fiance's reaction and how she's looking, when he won, and then post after that, he's taking pictures with fans, and people were saying that she, didn't look happy, even, quoting out her saying, what do you want me to do? I'll just sit here then. And then after that, there's a video of Deion Sanders, like I said, making sure that she stood up when he got announced that he won the Heisman to give her the hug. With all that being said, Travis Hunter actually put a video out. I don't know if it was this morning or last night of just responding to the criticism of his fiance. Belly, do we have it?
You ain't never
he's not
had
happy.
no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. When we was sitting down and I was at my papa shop, we was talking about my family. What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there. And that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. Some of them want to go back to the hotel. Some of them didn't.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I want to jump in first, real quick. For me, man, this is the part of the internet that I hate. Actually, it's the fact that we nitpick every little thing that we see. Like we will take a 5-second moment here, a 10-second moment there, and create this entire narrative of what's going on. If a camera follow me and my wife around this all day, or just every time I go outside, they'll capture every single moment. They might see moments of us having a conversation. We could be playing around. We could be talking about some personal stuff. It could be whatever. Who know what the moment is going on, but you might capture a 5-second facial expression. It'd be like, oh, Big Smitty and his wife are in a bad argument right now, or oh, they're upset, or this, that, and the third. It's like, stay out this man's relationship. Why are we worried about it? And let's say they are arguing or whatever the case may be. So what? What does that have to do with anything? He's a football player. We care about what he does on the football field. The fact that everybody is online trying to tell this young man what to do, what he shouldn't do, that's not none of our business of who he's laying in bed with and who he decides to be with. He will find out whether she's good for him, bad for him, whatever. He will find that out just by just staying the course. Regardless, right now, he's happy. That's who he wants to be with. That's all that should matter. I think we got to stop just being so nitpicky of looking at every little moment and it's like right now people just looking for stuff. Oh, she stood up late. Like what the hell? Like what? Like that's what we arguing about? Like she stood up late? She sat down late? Like it's like every little thing we're just watching and being nitpicky on. And that's just my initial take. I don't know what y'all think.
I'm
JB,
torn.
JB's ready to go. Let me give it to JB first then.
I'm torn, Matt, and this is why. First of all, then get off social media and get off Twitter and social media.
Not realistic.
Smitty, be honest, what you're saying out of half your mouth is exactly what you are with on the other side. You love social media. You say social media makes more money for everybody than anybody. Travis Hunter is benefiting off social media. So Travis Hunter, get off social media. I bet you'd be crying like a motherfucker that you lost all that money. Shedeur Sanders and everybody else, Cam Ward and everybody in America. I'm not just pointing out football players. I'm talking about social media content creators. Us right now. Then get off social media. You cannot keep talking about having your cake and eating it too, dog. It comes with the territory and the business.
That wouldn't stop other people from recording them, though. That wouldn't stop them.
Yes, it does.
No, I'm saying if Travis say, you know what, I'm off social media. Other people, I still have my camera.
Don't matter. It don't matter. You know who don't see it though? Me. I don't see it and don't have to hear about it and don't have to respond to your bitch ass Twitter. That's what I'm just saying. Here's what it is. You're talking to somebody that was recorded for 5,000 hours. I get it completely. Please understand. Yeah. So everybody that judged me, I'm the one that can tell you how it really goes down, okay? So you can benefit from it and you can be buried by it. So let's be clear. It's a double-edged sword. You got to pick and choose one, dog. You don't get to have both, though. And here's my point. I'm actually defending Travis Hunter in this regard because I believe that, number one, everything I just said is true. Number two, we all were young, Smitty. I got a baby mama who was married to a stripper. Hey, my bitch was a stripper, homie. I pulled her out of the club, dog, and I fucked up. But you know what? I had a daughter. She's 26 years old now. I got to own it. There ain't no going back, reneging. I can't bitch and moan about it now. The bitch was a stripper. And guess what? The pussy was undefeated. And that's what it comes down to. And if that's what the mistake is, then that's the mistake I got to own. Travis Hunter will make a mistake or he won't. But the bottom line is he at 21 or whatever years old he is now, like Matt and I have to deal with the baby mama issues and all this shit we deal with every day, he will have to do. He will have to do it, homie. Only issue I have is let the kid do it and figure it out. Because Dion is like a father. He's going to say, boy, don't you let that girl get in your way. And you know the devil creeps in now. The devil will creep in. I know exactly how Dion will talk to him because he's been raised with a guy that I know that's Dion's boy, that they talk exactly the same from the scripture. I already know what Dion told him. I'm telling you, that's what he said. Don't let this, sign that prenup. Don't let this thing affect you. The glaring issue I have that I would tell Travis is the little things and the gut instinctual things. I knew from gate not to ever marry that stripper bitch. I had a baby. Yeah, that was I got to cut it off after that, though. Like Dion telling her to get up right there, I would have fire alarms going off. Because if you don't understand how to get up for your man for a simple award, not a simple award, a huge award, but in a simple way of standing up, like isn't that just common knowledge and respect? I don't want to hear she's a hood girl. I'm from the hood. Nah, homie, that's just common knowledge. Stand up for your daddy, your mama, your sister, your brother, your mom. It don't matter. For Dion to have to stand her up, that shit is glaring to me, but I would just tell Travis, hey, man, live your life, do you, but understand you're going to have some hiccups and bumps in the road, and now there's people out there digging dirt up on the girl, and that's the part I hate, but I can't get rid of it, Smitty, Matt. That's part of the shit. That's part of the deal we signed up for, homie.
Well, look, this is the situation that they're in. Travis Hunter is a world famous, Heisman winning, everything winning, first round wide receiver DB superstar, and she's his girl. And any man knows that your woman is a reflection of you. Period. And I'm not gonna like sit here and trash her or trash him. I don't know their relationship, bro. It seems to me that the clips, like Smitty said, I don't know if they make her look good, but I know how I felt when I watched them. And I'll just kind of keep that to myself. I think everybody knows what everybody thinks. Yeah. You know, the internet is exploding over this because the divorce rate in this country is like 65%. And as a divorce guy, in a failed relationship, and one of the things in my life that I struggle with every day, because I just sit there and think about what coulda, woulda, shoulda. Nobody ever goes into a marriage or a relationship thinking it's going to fail,
thinking how it's going to end. Yeah,
exactly. Everybody goes in with the best intentions. I hope that everything works out for Travis. I hope that he can look at Coach Prime and learn something. Coach Prime and his ex-wife don't even speak. Like, you saw him at senior day. He couldn't wait to get his boys up there so he could walk away. And this is a very touchy subject. It's very personal. Obviously, Travis is very emotional about it. I wouldn't put it past the NFL guys to try and chirp at him about it next year and try and get in his head. That's what they do. Any and all stuff on the internet or on social media is fair game these days, apparently. So if I were her, I would try and look at some of the things that are happening and try and fix it. This whole, like, she's been sitting in the room drinking and crying all day. That's not good either. But I kind of feel for both of them at the same time, but the other three guys have their girlfriends there, and I don't see them being followed around with cameras and trying to get TMZ shots. So I think some of this is just, it's brought on by that one clip after the Oklahoma State game where she obviously wasn't happy with him, and that one thing that happened, it just sparked this like wildfire, bro. And is it fair? No, it's not, but it is happening, and they've got to figure out how to deal with it from a PR perspective that's productive, because like threatening, like, you guys better stop. No one's going to stop. The more you threaten the social media public, the more they're going to dive in. So, it's I hope it all works out. I really hope that he protects himself. And I think everybody knows what I mean. Coach Prime was the one talking about prenups way before anybody said it. So I hope that it all works out for both of them and they can figure this out and be happy. And the last thing I want to see is them all stressed out over everyone else's perception of their relationship. But they are young, and usually young people fuck this up. And it's just what it is, man. Yeah. You gotta like really learn from. No one can tell anybody anything about a relationship. You can't be like, oh, you better watch out. Everyone's gonna be like, well, what do you know? So until it happens, good, bad, or indifferent, you've got to just roll with the punches and see what happens, bro. So I hope it works out for both of them.
We could tell them till we're blue in the face. It don't matter.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing. Like, what do you think his homeboys are saying to him, or Coach Prime? Like,
here's the issue.
You see all the same thing we see.
Here's the issue I have. I think we talk about financial literacy in this country for athletes and us, which aren't, let's just say athletes and not students no more. Yeah. So we talk about financial literacy all the time. We need to talk about common sense, though, because I believe you have a common sense class that is lacking out there. And in that common sense class would be a basic class, Matt, you and I probably took when it was like intro to college or whatever. When they
I wish they would have had these classes when I was in college, bro. Fuck.
We need to have a student intro to entry level type of class that teaches not only you but your significant others how to publicly act, speak, and carry yourself, which to me would help you financially down in the long run of things. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is we take out common sense and we throw in literacy for finances, and it doesn't matter. Because if we're dumb as a fucking rock, then it doesn't really matter how we spend our money. The fact of the matter is that I'm bringing this up for is because this girl doesn't seem overly, I don't know, smart. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. That's just my observation. Because to me, she can't read the room. If you don't stand up when the whole other room stand up, then to me, it's like, all right, what are we dealing with? Then on Travis's side, I'll let you talk. I'm just saying on Travis's side, to address, Matt, in my opinion, I want to get your take. To address the issue, to me, is bad PR, which comes down to common sense. I don't care no more. I need to leave it alone now because you understand you're now a millionaire who's about to be the first, second, third pick in the NFL draft, and it is what it is. Who cares? It is your life now. I think they're getting some bad advice, not Travis in Colorado. Everyone is getting bad advice as to who and how they speak to. I don't understand it, man. I don't.
Well, it's now athletes and their relationships are like actors. And their relationships back in the day. You know, the chat's comparing her to Brittany Mahomes. Brittany Mahomes and Pat have been together forever and have kids together and are married and seem really happy, regardless if you like her or not. But then at the same time, they're comparing her to that, what is it, Brittany Rayner chick? Everybody knows who that is, right? The gold digging, you know, fuck anybody for a watch chick. I'm not saying she's there either. I don't know. I'm just reacting to this like everybody else. But I will say this. It's, as a young man in this position, it's almost, you got to be pretty naive not to think that there are people out there that have a very specific reason to be talking to you and with you. Now, I'm not saying that's what's happening with Travis, but you've got to be aware of this. If you're a young, Caitlin Clark's got to be aware of it, bro. Like
anybody with power, influence, and money.
Yes, with money and power and influence comes the snakes. So you just got to be careful. That's all. So I hope it all works out. They seem pretty happy most of the time, and he loves her. So I that's their relationship. And honestly, I hope that everybody can kind of step back a little bit and just let them live, dude. Just leave them alone. Just leave them alone.
That's my bigger take. Just let them live. Again, I don't know if it's good, bad. I don't know. I don't care. That's his relationship. And of course, he's going to be emotional. You're right, JB. He probably shouldn't respond from a PR standpoint. But
he's going to.
20 years old, 21. This is his fiance. He's probably pissed off, seeing all the stuff. He's emotional. It happens. We've responded on stuff and fans have said, you know what I mean? We all have had moments where we get emotional in response. So I get it. But to Matt's point, man, let's take a step back. Let whatever the situation is, let them figure it out. If he has to learn from something, he gonna learn from it. If maybe it turns out to be beautiful and they become Brittany Mahomes and Patrick and they're getting married, they have kids. Who knows? We don't know the future. But at the end of the day, that's their relationship. That's keeping it on the field. So I
wasn't nothing but the best to help they figure this shit out.
Yeah, 100%, man. Well, let's switch gears here, man. I know I have to hop off here soon, but I still want to dive into this next topic with you guys here, kind of go into some NFL. So the 49ers are, I guess, planning to suspend linebacker Devontae Campbell. I don't know is it official yet? I was seeing comments that it may be official, but anyway, suspend Devontae Campbell for 3 games ending his season after Campbell refused to go into the game on Thursday night. Coach Kyle Shanahan has said that his actions from the game are just not something you can do to your team. Matt reaction to
he's still on the team.
So I think, and you would know this more than me, Matt, because you played in the league. So I'm sure there has to be some sort of like logistics you got to follow since he was on the contract. I don't know if you can just could they just cut him and just keep it that? Is it that easy to just cut him, or is it?
I'm sure they would owe him money if he got cut.
Matt, you called it on this show last week, I think. When it happened, you actually were the one that called it and said, I would just suspend him so you don't have to pay him and he can't get repaid by a new team. Exactly. You can actually suspend him, right?
That's smart.
And then, that's the thing. If they suspend him like they did, they don't have to pay him.
Right.
They suspend him without pay. If they cut him, I'm almost guaranteeing he's in 8 years or 9 years. They're going to have to pay the remainder of his 3 weeks. He's not just going to get cut for nothing. So, and then he could go to another team. So this is kind of like throwing it back at him like, oh, you want to try and play this game with us?
Right.
Well, motherfucker, we're not going to take this. So,
I like that.
He's I would doubt that he plays for anybody moving forward. This is a pretty bad look.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think we're all in agreement to this. I haven't seen anything like this. I don't care what your emotions are at. I don't care how pissed you are about somebody else playing in front of you. At the end of the day, man, you got to be a man. You got a job. You're getting paid to do that job. And forget all the money. I don't care if this was high school and I wasn't getting paid a dime. These still my brothers out here on the field. I don't care how I feel towards the coach. I don't care how I feel like if I feel like I'm better than the guy that's in front of me. Oh, well, you got called to go out there and show how good you think you are. They wanted you out there, homie. Like, it'd be different if they just didn't want to put, like, they say, hey, we need you. Go out there. Go out there and make a play. Maybe you go out there and you ball the fuck out in the second half. You get a forced fumble. You win. You help win the game. This is a game that mattered to try to keep your season alive and make it to the playoffs. But you want to have a pissy fit like a 3-year-old and cry and bitch and moan and then go out and go to the locker room in front of your teammates because Dre Greenlaw, let's keep it real, a better player than you, got his job back. What did you think?
Here's the issue I have, though, dog. Let's be real, man. Smitty, I know you got about a minute. This is what happens when you allow this. And we're allowing it at the college level at an all-time high. We're allowing free agents in the NFL to demand a trade and not finish their contract. We've been seeing this. And this is what happens when you continue to allow it and not coach it, man. And that is from a hierarchy standpoint. I'm just talking, Matt can talk on it better than me, but it comes down from, how we're creating this with Roger Goodell. Tank Johnson talks to me all the time about it. It's a joke. It's a mockery. It goes back to, after careers are done as far as health benefits. And all this is tied into what we're allowing and thinking we're going to get out of these players while they're on the field, only to fuck them when they leave and retire. So again, we're thinking we're helping them by allowing all this benefit and allowing them to get out of, tough situations. And now you get this. And I think we're creating a bad precedent. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, this cat has cooked himself. So self-sabotage is a hell of a thing, bro. We'll see what happens in the future if he gets another job.
Don't you think if we keep allowing it, though, we're gonna get this more and more and more?
I don't know how you mandate that this doesn't happen. He made a choice.
Yeah, he made a choice, and then this guy, he's not like some rookie, like 2
well,
years.
You can't make him not do it. If he wants to do it, he's doing that shit.
He's a 9-year vet, so he's not even of the NIL era in college. He's not even of the era of guys like sitting out like that. So like my thing is he just didn't want to play like that. Like there's no other reason. Like and I don't and I get what you're saying, Debbie. You make a great point for sure, but you're like tying it together. But like I don't compare it exactly to the college guys. Again, I don't like them doing it either. But at least like I have some like okay, this guy is sitting out the bowl game because he's projected to be top 10. He doesn't want to risk it. Again, I want him to play, but at least I understand where he's coming from. This right here, you just didn't want to play because you're emotional. Like there's no
the college guys, that's fixable with just switching the date.
Yeah, well,
what the fuck NCAA? Just make the date for transfer portal after the fucking national title game.
Yeah, but I still think there's a but we talked about this for years, Matt. I don't know if that's even fixable because if the kid wants to leave, he's leaving regardless of the time frame, and that's just the bottom line. He's going to leave regardless. And
I didn't see anybody leave in the middle of the season anywhere until the portal opened.
Yeah, well, during the middle of the season because
just make the portal open after the national title game, and you don't have the option to leave. You can quit.
But we talked about this behavior or this problem, Matt. What do you do though? Because the reason they can't leave in the middle of the football season because they're in the middle of a fucking academic quarter or semester.
Right.
The same thing goes on. The same thing's happening because Matt and I talked about this a long time ago. What do you do if you do wait on the portal opening after the bowl season? Then the semester started at the new school, you can't get in. So this is my point and Cam Newton's point, Matt. Like, stop calling them student athletes, homie. If they were student
is redshirting quitting now?
I don't know.
The chat's like going off all these kids. All these kids redshirted in the middle of the season. Do they quit the team too?
Yeah.
When they redshirt, do they quit?
I don't know. Well, I think traditional redshirt.
Back in the day when you redshirted, you usually were hurt or you're practicing, right?
But it was before the season.
You need to put some weight on you. You need to
the problem we're missing is that we used to do it and had to declare it before the season. See, I listen, Matt, Smitty, Matt, what do you got going? How long can I have you for?
I'm not doing shit, man. I'm rolling.
I do have to hop off though, y'all. Big Matt, it was great seeing you. I'm gonna be back on full tomorrow. JB, if you need me, hit me up later on. Bailey, appreciate you. Chat. Peace.
Hey, Matt, can you stay on for 30 until
yeah, man, we're good.
Take a break? All right. Here's the issue. Weddle and I were talking last night when he saw the alien over his house. Here's the issue I have. COVID fucked this whole thing up. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. Because we allowed this transfer portal thing to become whenever you wanted to leave, you could leave because of that. And then we allowed high school kids to not have a sliding scale GPA with the ACT, SAT. We took the score out because of that. Then we had a 5th year. Even if you played 4 seasons already on the football field, we'll give you a 5th one. And Jermaine Johnson played his 4 years. He played 2 for me in JUCO. He played 2 at Georgia. And he got a 5th at Florida State. And he becomes a first-round draft pick. So was it beneficial? Or was it creating something we can never get back? And I think we talked about this last night, dog. It has created some of the what we're seeing today. And it's multiple transfers. It's multiple scenarios in school. I got a text from a buddy of mine who took his kid to a camp. He was offered a division. He was offered to walk on. You probably see this every day in your line of work.
I sure do.
Offered to walk on, but if a portal kid comes, you're on your own. If the portal kid don't come, we could possibly give you a Scully. To me, that's like, hold on. So I'm going to pay out my pocket, blah, blah, blah. I'm a scholarship earning kid in a lot of places, but I want to go to XY school. And you're telling me I got to walk on it unless a portal kid shits on us. This is just what it is. High school kids are being under-recruited. JUCO's imploding. It's just a full effect bad situation. And I believe it all started back in 2019-20 when this whole thing happened and this so-called pandemic started. And we had kids leaving states to go to other states that can play football because some states couldn't allow it. And then you couldn't have I just think we created a horrible precedent, and I believe the kids are still living on that because the parents have allowed them to live on it because they were involved in it. And I just think it's bad for business.
I agree. I mean, I don't really have a whole lot to add on to that, but that's definitely all reared its ugly head when we started giving guys. I mean, Cam Rising still can play next year. Isn't he like 30 now and shit? He's been playing for 9 years.
Matt, he was leaving.
Can you imagine how good you would be if you played for 9 years in college? Either that or you're really shitty, one of the two.
Matt, I recruited him out of Tech. He left. He's a California kid. I've known him since he was a little kid. I recruited him when he put his name in the portal when it opened in 2016. He left Texas. I recruited him and another quarterback. Yeah, dog. I recruited him to Independence Community College in 2016-17. So just so you understand, he's been in the portal. I mean, he's been in college football for 8 years. I'm just saying. That's true story.
Crazy shit, dog.
I don't know, man. It's unbelievable. All right, Matt, I want to get your take on the referee that gave a salute to the military veterans during the Jackson State, South Carolina State HBCU.
That was awesome.
Yeah, did you see it?
Salute our military veterans.
Obviously, he's probably military himself. That looks like a pretty standard salute. So I thought it was awesome, bro, especially when so many people get angry about anything traditional these days, which I'm glad that there's a lot of proud Americans and proud people out there that are pushing back on all this shit now. For years, it was just like, if you push back on it, you're a piece of shit, and that's not true. So I like seeing shit like this, bro. I like the United States, and I respect the fuck out of the military. And my whole family's military, other than me, because I went and played college football. So I thought it was classy, and I loved it, and I'm with it. So yeah, man, I'm on I'm on a certain side of the fence these days. I'm no longer in the gray.
No, I've been out of the gray, man. I said, fuck the world.
I mean, for years, I was in the gray, like trying to just figure out which side could earn my vote. You know what I'm saying?
I was too, in that regard.
I can't be in the gray anymore. I'm firmly on the red side these days, and it's not even close.
Yeah, I agree. You know why? I believe what happens is we get trick bagged by coaching certain, let's say, a diverse community in football. And I had this conversation with a couple of my boys and my brothers, they're black brothers, and we were talking about this, and it's a true trick bag, and we're seeing it, not to get too political, but we're seeing it with Steve Kerr and Greg Popovich right now. We're seeing that inclusive community, fraternity, the NBA, and the coaches have to coach a certain community who think, okay, I got to be left-leaning. So the coach says, oh, I only can talk left. And that is what the issue is, and that's when you come out of it, and now you look at it and say, oh, hell nah, I'm right like a motherfucker. I would go coach right now, and I would be the exact same person I am right now. There's no switching back. And the kids would buy in. And the kids would buy into what I'm telling them. I'm not going to push them to a political vote. I'm going to tell them the real. This is what the real is. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. All I'm going to give you is the knowledge or the history lesson, if you will, on what's going on. This is what's happening out here. We become so tied into the profession that we think we are enabling someone when you're really crippling them by giving out false fucking narratives. And it's unbelievable. You're seeing Stephen A. Smith now going right, Matt.
Stephen A. Smith's going right. It's hard, bro. He was going after the Democrats the other day.
And
you can only get fed so much bullshit for so long and smile. Like, come on. The left doesn't feel like they've been lied to.
The issue with that, Matt, is
it's full of liars. That's the problem.
No, you're right. It's easy to come after the fact, though. Like you and I are before the fact. We are ourselves telling you what we predict.
I thought it was pretty crazy, yeah, for a long time.
What we think, what we predict, we call it out before it happens. And then we're the martyr or we're the genius, but it doesn't matter. After the fact, we're the same guy. Stephen A. could have been doing this during the election, but guess what? He was left during the election. Now the election's over, and now all of a sudden you're right. That is the problem I have. I just got to stay genuine and organic.
Well, I will say this. It's good that he's opened his eyes and he's thinking rationally. That's cool.
Well, it's also the fact that he has a podcast and he needs likes.
Well, regardless, it takes a lot to switch your opinion. So I'm not going to tell him he can't come over to the side of rational thought and, just like common sense like that. I'm sorry if that pisses you off, then that sucks for you, but I'm on the common sense side these days, bro.
Yeah, me too. I think we've all been on the common sense side. I just don't think we've expressed it with the platform now we have. So we got to move on to common sense, though. And common sense segue, Matt, is it
going to be Jonathan Taylor, please?
No, but we'll dive into that. But I got to talk about something. You actually sent me this. Bailey has it in the rundown.
Oh, bro, I didn't even know what to do about it when I saw it. I don't know what to do about it now. I don't know what I'm going to say.
What is going on here? I thought this. I'm
going to let the comments in the chat run with this one because I thought I was getting punked when I saw this.
I'm talking you through this. I thought it was CGI or AI or whatever they call it. AI, CGI. I thought this was like a high school band fucking around and they put the NFL game behind it. That's what I truly thought. I didn't think this was the NFL cheerleader boy. And he was, what do they call him now? Zesty. He's as full-on flamed as you can be. And listen, this is what the equity DEI hires have allowed. And that's just my opinion. But this is all-inclusive. No, it's not. And this is why we push women to coach and referee. And I saw more women referees yesterday. I wish the one woman that would have been the one that Tomlin told to get the fuck out of my face. That would have been the great part. And when that happens, what is going to happen? See, that's the part I have to say. If I cuss out a woman ref, I am going to be the devil. And now I can't coach properly, but we allow this right here, and that is going to allow that later. I'm just telling you, man, it's coming down the pike. Somebody's going to cuss out a female ref. We're going to have an issue, but we allow this, so we can allow that. I'm just telling you.
I mean, when I saw this yesterday, I just sent it to you and Bailey and wrote, what the fuck? Like, look, do you want to be a cheerleader? That's cool, I guess.
In high school.
Fuck, man. I don't even know what to say about this anymore. Like, where you tilt his hips and shit. It's like it's really making me
like you what? Like you what? Like he did what?
When he tilts his hip like that, that really like she's doing it really bothers me a little bit. I don't know why.
Hold on, dog.
Yeah, dog. This one right here.
I can't do it, homie.
Let me do this. Just like that.
Hold on, I can't tilt my hip that way. I lose my. I almost want.
My fusion in my back popped when I did it.
My shit popped. My hip popped.
My hamstring pulled.
Come on,
I
man.
guess like women cheerleaders, doesn't this piss you off? Like another man going somewhere where you're not supposed to be.
Chris.
Like this is a female thing. This is the cheerleaders. This is supposed to be like fucking go out and dance and be sexy and like. You know, and that's cool. It's okay to be sexy, women. I'm not being a dick when I say it's cool to be sexy. I don't know why. I don't understand. I'm confused, man. Shit.
Chris is in the chat.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party, right, LeBron? Hey yo.
Hey, Colvington.
Wonder why I needed 10 days off.
Yeah, it's blowing my mind. It's crazy how Jay-Z, Diddy, and LeBron all in a week's time all have some shit break. But anyway, Chris is in the chat. She's a cheerleading coach, USC alum, cheerleader right now.
Please, Chris, what is your opinion of this?
Chris, she said it's been happening forever, and I get it. I know it's been happening.
I'm not saying, yeah, but I've seen guys like pick chicks up and twirl them and stuff and catch them. I've never seen a dude with pom-poms before, ever.
Here's she summed it up right there, Matt, as about as eloquently as you can. That's what she said. That's her statement. I love it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a female that put in all this work
her whole
is
life
probably better than him, and he got the job because
her whole life
they're trying to make sure that they don't piss off the community and they don't have fucking picketing and people outside pissed off.
She worked my daughter worked her ass off her whole life to be a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not serious, not really. I'm just giving you a scenario. And then she gets done out by fucking Trevor here. It just fucking blows my mind. It really does, man. I don't get it, man.
If I was sitting in the front row watching this game, the amount of shit that I would be hurling at this guy is incredible. I would be talking shit the whole time. Like, nice sky kick. Shake that ass.
Hold on, Chris. Wait, what, Chris?
I can't help it.
Wait, what did you just say, Chris? We have been told by teams
that they want men on the field dancing. Yeah. So they want the NFL wants this. They want male cheerleaders.
Oh, no, I get that part. But the men on the team wants that?
I don't really know where to go with this one anymore. This is not supposed to be for dudes. These are cheerleaders. Just what?
That's cold, Mac.
Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Max, that's a cold. Max Hess in the chat for audio listeners said, Caleb Williams requested a trade to Tampa. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Shout out for Max for the $10. Shout out for the $10 holler, Max. That's crazy, Matt. All right, Matt.
Look, we're not trying to attack anything. We didn't do this. We're just reacting to what we saw, bro. I thought it was fake when I saw it, and I was like, nope, that's definitely not fake. He's super excited about being out there.
Hey, Bailey, we got a little segment for Matt, and we might as well do it since Matt and I are both going to be called womanizers, sexists, and everything else in the between.
I'm making fun of a dude, by the way. Keep that in mind.
This one won't be, though. We got a segment, Matt, called Real Talk or Jaw Jacking, and we got to ask the chat and ask ourselves. You and I will discuss whether this is real talk or jaw jacking. Bailey, go ahead.
Thing men really need to learn is that you will never be able to make a woman happy. You just can't. If you last too long, then that's too much. But if you last too little, then that's too little. If you want too much intimacy, then you're being pushy. If you don't want intimacy at all, then you're cheating. You can remember to take out the trash, but she's going to remember that you didn't do the dishes. You can give her child support and you can give her over that and pay all of the in-between, and it's never enough. But when you pay nothing, then you're a deadbeat and she's still not happy. You could plan the perfect date, but if you didn't spend enough, then it's still not good enough. But if you don't plan a date, then you're a loser that puts in no effort. Women who don't have boobs want boobs. Women who don't have ass want ass. Women who have too much ass want a smaller ass. If you text too much, then you're basically a simp. But if you text too little, then you're a loser who doesn't care. You could buy her exactly what she wants, but if it's the wrong color, then it's still not exactly what she wants. You could give her all of the affirmation and all of the emotional support, but she's always going to remember the one time that you didn't. If you work too much, then you're not spending enough time with her. But then if you cut your hours and you're home with her more often, but you're making less money, then you're broke and you're basically a loser. If you watch too much football or have a hobby with the guys, then you're not invested in her. But if you don't have any hobbies or any other interests other than her, then you're a simp. Until you understand this as a man, that it's not your job or your...
God bless her. Bailey, can you find
no kidding, dog. High five.
Can you
Real
find
talk.
me a tag?
We need to tag Travis on that one.
Can you add her to the show dating thing? I would like to bring her over.
Somebody needs to tag Travis.
I would love to make her a AE, please, ASAP. Bailey, find her.
Yeah, those are facts.
They're all facts. That's fact. No jaw jacking on that.
Jesus.
God damn.
What do you have anything else or just her?
That's just her. I want to ask you. I want to ask
Congratulations.
I want to ask
You
the
knocked
women.
that one out of the park.
If that was a man saying that,
The fucking world would be over.
Now that she said it, where are you at, women? Jazzy said her voice was annoying. Where are you guys at, women, with her saying that? I just want to know from the women in the chat. I know we got 5 or 6 of you. I want to know from what you guys got. Hey, Chris said she kept it real. 1 for 1. Jazzy, where you at? Gawk, where you at? Lucy, where you guys at? I want to know. Any other real ones in here? I don't know. Keandre Woodside, you're a woman? Well, then I'm going to block you. Weird motherfucker. All right, Matt. Hey, Matt, let's talk about it real quick.
Yes, JB.
The drop football. The dropping the football epidemic that we are witnessing in the NFL. Why?
It's everywhere.
I want to know why we dropped the ball before the fucking pylon. Number one.
I don't get it. What are you doing? Just run. Skill players. Why do you do this? Why? What is the point of why? Do you need to celebrate one step earlier? Run through the fucking line and score a touchdown and just flip the ball back like Barry Sanders. And, bro, if they – look, I know a lot of Bronco fans are going to be like, oh, it was 31-13. They beat their ass. No, they didn't. This game was back and forth. This would have made it 20-6 or 20-7, 20-30. I don't know. But they put them up by 2 scores. And they take it off the board, and then Denver gets the ball and goes down and scores, and then they're behind. And then they started doing dumb shit, and Benito picked the ball off and took it back for 6. And Anthony Richardson can't play. But look, it's unexcusable anymore. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit.
All right, so let's talk.
Terrible.
Let's coach it up now, and let's
don't let go of the ball, idiot.
Let's put our coaching hats on. As far as if you, Matt, let's just say, Matt, you let's just say I want to break this down real quick. I don't know, Bailey, if you can. I'll find it. It's all right. I want to break down the schedule, for instance. So the Colts, I believe the Colts play. Who do they play next? They play the Titans. Okay, so Matt, let's coach it up. If you and I are the Titans coach and every other head coach in the National Football League and every coach in college headed into spring football after this bowl season ends, are we not getting a hold of our teams and saying this in a cut-up, showing these in a cut-up, all the cut-ups from what's happened this year?
I'm sure they are.
Well, that's my point. Why are we continuing to see it if we're not coaching it up? We got to fucking coach it instead of allow it. I would be having this discussion with my team no matter if it was my guy or not.
Well, what are we supposed to, like, what, as a coach, what are you supposed to do? You can go and talk about it all week. You can say run through the end line. Just make sure you should bring the ball back to the sideline.
No,
That's
to the
what you
ref.
should do.
Hand it to
But
the ref.
these
That's
fucking
my rule.
idiots just,
Hand
I
it
don't
to the ref.
understand this at all. It's so dumb.
Hand it to the ref, Matt. That's my goal. That was what I guarantee. That was you better hand the ball to the ref or you're gonna get fucking gutted on Monday at practice.
Well,
Hand
I would
the
like
ball
this
to
would be finable, cuttable, like suspended for the next game. Like I don't want to hear any of this. Like, oh, I have to do better. What are you doing?
I'm tired.
Go score a touchdown, you fucking morons. Everyone that does this, you're the dumbest fuck on the team. Period. This dumb fuck. Look at him.
I mean,
what are you doing? Just run through the end line.
That happened yesterday too, right?
Yeah, I know. He's just switching the ball. Why? Just run.
What? I don't under fucking dog. We've seen 7 of these this year. 7. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you
I don't
doing?
know what a coach is supposed to do for these dumbass fucking skill players that do this all the time.
But if we start to cut motherfuckers, I think it'll set the tone. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else.
Like, if you did this in college, you would be working at fucking 7-Eleven the next day. I wouldn't keep you on my team.
Like, here's what it is, Matt. If you go back to the last one, Bailey, this motherfucker's switching the ball, Matt, because he's ready for his Instagram story. He's switching the ball because he's ready to do some sort of fucking slash with the crowd. And I want to fucking make my video for Instagram. These motherfuckers are killing. It's unbelievable, man.
I know we can't bench Jonathan Taylor. That's why I said college, but I'm glad you're listening this morning. This happens every week, it seems. It's unexcusable. I would never want this guy on my team ever again if he did this shit. Like that. What a fucking chump move. Just immediately, you're a chump. Unfucking believable.
Yeah, I'd call you something else, but then
Stupid motherfuckers, man.
Then Cam Newton takes you and I.
So fucking dumb. Hey, did you see that one of our clips made Newton show?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't realize it. I told Bailey when Bailey showed me, I'm like, oh, fuck, that's why. Because Cam texted me like hours prior, and I did not know because we were on the show, and I did not know that Cam was going to use it. I was like, dog, go at it. Hell yeah.
Do your thing.
You don't have my permission.
I'm glad that so many people agree with us. Like, fucking play, dog. Like, the kid from Penn State, did you see that? I didn't think anybody would be leaving fucking during playoffs.
Man, I told you that last year.
It was just like, there's no way. Why would you leave the playoffs?
But isn't this the point I was making earlier about the kid, the shitbird who quit on the Niners, though? This kid quit on his brethren that he committed to. I don't care about I understand the timing and all this shit, but also I understand the last I checked, James Franklin was the same head coach you signed to. So what has changed, homie? You committed to this team who's a playoff team, Matt. You're in the playoff one time. Football don't matter, Matt. I'm just going to cut it short. I'm not even going to say nothing now before you get out of here. Football don't matter to these kids no more. There's no investment at all.
I was shocked to see this one. And
I guys. We're I guys.
That sucks.
We're I guys, homie. Well, we saw it last year, though, Matt. We saw it last year with the backup at Texas. Malik Murphy, right? He left during the playoff. So it ain't. I knew it was going to happen in the 12 team. I knew it. But like I said,
what happens if Aller goes down and this kid could come in and save the fucking day? And isn't Drew Aller going in the draft this year?
He said he may come back, but I don't know. Doesn't matter though to me. If you're like, okay, and then I made a point, Matt, and then we're going to end the show with a little fun segment with you before you leave. I made the point of, okay, allow the kid to transfer, enroll in classes at Michigan, but stay at Penn State and finish the playoff run. That is what you would do if you really are about the player, student, athlete that you claim, which is we know it's not. But allow the kid to stay at Penn State, but transfer to Michigan, even though that's an oxy fucking moron. If I would ever allow it, I'd boot him off the team. But that's, again, if we want to be the fucking savior, allow him to at least enroll in classes. Because in his statement, Matt, he said, hey, I don't want to leave right now, but I can't get into another school. I put that on the kid still because you committed there, and now you're decommitting.
Yeah, but they could just fix the schedule.
I mean, they could, but I don't know if they can. They would have to move the bowl season way up, in my opinion.
Just make it so everything they make fucking stipulations for athletes all the time. They could figure this out if they wanted to.
Yeah, I agree. Just like tonight, you and I have discussed this before we.
Well, I just think that now it puts the onus on the player, and the negativity is shoveled at the player rather than the institutions, when in reality, the institutions set all the dates and put the player in a bad position if they want to leave. Personally, I think that they should just be staying and playing. We talked about this, like play the game, play the bowl game, play the playoff, and then make a decision. But if they're saying that you can't make a decision after the fucking season and you have to do it right now, I guess you got to make a decision right now. It sucks.
Yeah, it's crazy, Matt. Matt, before you get out of here, I appreciate you staying on longer. You got to have the show today with Bailey.
Yep, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, Heisman Trophy special. Head on over there and watch 0 to 60 Pod with Matt and Bailey. Matt, we got a little bit of real talk or jaw jacking once again. And if you guys out there are sensitive to what this man has to say, cover your ears. But this is content to the fullest, and this guy stole the internet. Let me know. Real talk or jaw jacking, Matt?
Never went to a strip club for women. I always went to strip clubs for guys.
What? Hey, I know exactly what he's saying, homie. I know exactly what he's saying.
I'm confused. Can someone explain this to me, please?
Matt, he's saying that he went to parking lot pimp it, basically, like I used to do, because all the broads are in the parking lot to see the dudes. I'm just throwing it out there. I used to go to the gay club all the time, Matt. Parking lot pimp. I didn't go in the club, Matt.
I'm so confused on what's going on. It just froze. What do you mean?
I'm in the parking lot pulling all the bitches, Matt, that are going to see dudes. Get it?
Oh, he's talking about a male strip club.
Yes.
I didn't fucking know that. He didn't say that.
All right, one more. Real talk or jaw jacking?
I don't even know what to say about that last clip.
Pass. Arguably the GOAT. Respectfully, she didn't have to do all that. Double smash.
Are we serious with this conversation right now?
Smash. That is literally Anthony Richardson. Pass. And no, you cannot speak to my manager. Smash. On some teacher shit? Yeah. But hold on. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence's mom for the glow up. Smash. He looks good, but for some reason, pass. But she looks fun. Yeah, I would. Smash. I was actually really shocked at this.
Pass. I'm passing on this one. Fuck you.
On some teacher shit.
Come on, man. I mean, we're getting real comfortable around here with people's families and shit.
Hey,
Jesus.
Social media is doing that, man. I'm telling you.
Getting real
Matt,
comfortable. Like, come
Matt,
on.
I'm gonna do one of those though. But I'm not gonna do it because I know too many coaches and play. I can't do that. Like I couldn't. I see as crazy as I am, Matt. I have respect for people I know though. Like fuck me, homie.
So you're telling me Cam Newton went to the gay club to pick up chicks?
Not the gay club.
I'm so confused on what you went to the gay club.
I went to the gay. We used to have a spot in Long Beach called Peanuts. Quanzito knows about it. We used to parking lot pimp it because there was baddest bitches in the world were there. It was a gay club, and we'd be in the parking lot getting the bitches. Shit.
So why are the chicks going to the gay club? Is it like a gay strip club?
No. So back to Cam's point, he said he went to the male strip club because the women are going to see male strip, right?
Right.
In the parking lot, you pull the women out of the parking lot that are going to see the male strip.
Yeah.
Get it? That's what he was saying.
Sure. Okay,
Matt,
cool.
Matt.
Yeah, way over my head, thank God.
Matt, congratulations, Matt, on Travis Hunter and the Colorado Buffs. When do they play?
The 29th, I think.
All right, we got time then. All right, we'll break that down.
I'll see you Friday.
Hey, tonight though, real quick, what a game tonight. We get to see the Raiders against the Falcons. To your point earlier, Roger Goodell needs to figure out a flex schedule, right?
Isn't there 2 games tonight? Who's the other game?
No, I think it's just one.
No, there's 2 games tonight.
Is there?
Yeah.
Who else?
I don't know who the other game is, but Raiders Falcons, that's intriguing.
No way. The Bears play tonight?
And the Bears Vikings, yeah. So we get 1 out of 4 good teams.
All right, Matt. We're going to take a commercial. We'll see you Friday. Shout out to you and stay safe.
Peace.
Peace. Shaun King will be here. He's here now. Let's bring him in right after this quick commercial break. We'll pay the bills. We'll be back in 3 minutes on the realest show on planet Earth. I guess there's a female that's not very happy with me. I guess something that me and you did in the studio, I believe.
Well, let me read it for the audio listeners. So it says her name is Alejandra, I think, like Cafe, her name on Twitter. It says JB, just saw your video where you used a clip of me from the news, ran it back several times and made very crude comments. I honestly can't believe you would or anybody would speak on people living their lives in a way that they please, and you don't know them. Shaking my head. JB responded, said, excuse me, show me, please. I can't wait to see this.
So I said that was this morning.
This morning, yep. And then she said, oh, don't mind if I do. And it's a video clip that we have on our channel that says Coach JB goes off about Indiana Valor pro women's football team.
This was recent because I had the green beanie in the studio. This had to be pretty recently.
Yeah, we in the studio.
I'm trying to remember. Honestly, right now, live, I don't remember this, so I'm trying to remember it as we watch it. Indiana Valor, I must have started off as a joke fucking with Smitty because he's from Indiana, and I think it was the women. I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed.
I remember the moment. I can't remember what you said though at all. Like
I think Bailey's queued it up, so I don't know.
Bailey got the clip.
I think so.
The Indiana Valor, are you?
Let's do it right now then.
You don't want
That's my state. That's my area. Matter of fact, we got a video about the Indiana Valor and the women's tryout of football.
Can I please remove myself? I might need to remove myself.
For what?
Because I don't want to put you in harm's way.
And look how short I am.
Or with any women. You know,
because you don't respect women. You don't love women. You don't respect women, homie.
I respect
your
women.
words say one thing, but your actions don't follow it.
No, they don't. I respect women.
You don't want women to do nothing but fucking makeup and cook. Do makeup, cook.
It's not true.
And sleep with you and stay home.
I want women to go get the bag.
No,
I want them to be entrepreneurs. It's real shit. I'm not lying. Why would I lie? I want them to be entrepreneurs. I want them to be CEOs. I want them to be great mothers. I want them to be fucking women. But I don't want butch haircut motherfucking broads coaching fucking football around a bunch of sweaty men who let their nuts hang in a motherfucking locker room. And then I got to go home and watch your dirty foot broad ass get into my motherfucking bed after you just got socked in the face in an MMA fight by a 300-pound bitch. And then I come home and tell me, come on, baby, let's go shopping. Bitch, get out of here. You just got pummeled by another broad and your feet look horrific and you just snapped your motherfucking femur. I don't want to watch that. I don't want that. That ain't no female, homie.
Okay.
So for clear, I think that's what she's mad about, JB.
I don't know if she's mad about that though, because she said I talked about. Nah, because she said I talked about her in specific.
Well, the clip is still going. I mean,
it's a long clip.
Let's find the moment. It's a 12-minute clip.
Bailey, can you find it before or no?
No, I was like, maybe, yeah. Well, shoot.
Well, where do I talk about?
Let's play around with it live. Oh, and pause. I just try to skip through until we see. I'm sure we're gonna. Here we go. Here we go. Let's just start it around here and then let's see.
Let me rewind.
She's a black woman though, so I'm trying to see.
I'm trying to see.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Go back. It's
a Valor.
and check out the tryouts here.
Hey, Indiana's newest pro football team held tryouts trying to fill its roster for the 2025 season. More than 175 women from across Indiana showed up today, hoping to land a spot on the Indiana Valor. This team is set to join the Women's Football Alliance League next year. They competed today in drills to showcase their skills, speed, and football knowledge. One player has been telling us she wants to inspire football knowledge, their skills, drills to showcase their skills, speed, and
Why you stop it, Jason? It was in the middle of the video. Showcase your speed, your skills.
I'm in the studio. Lights heat up. These lights get hotter.
What is wrong with you right now?
These lights got
the fans and the audio listeners were trying to listen to the video, and you paused it out of nowhere to get up and take a lap. What you going through, homie?
I saw the throw, homie. I saw the throw. Can we take a moment? Listen.
That's a good dig, Ralph. A good dig throw. 3-step.
Smitty, you got to stop telling yourself that it's a good throw. Like, seriously. Shaun King, what up?
What up, homie?
Hey, man. She threw the ball, man. I wanted you to break down the throw, but, you know, we're not going to do it to you. I'm not going to put you in harm's way. You know, it is what it is. Hey, when Mike Tomlin sits there and says, man, get the fuck out of here, and then turns around and it's a female ref, what's going to happen?
Nothing. She got to eat that.
Shit, he gonna get canceled. I'm telling you. Did you see the little boy dancing for the Tampa Bay Bucks? Your team?
Yeah, I
Come
tried.
on, Bailey. This is his team, Bailey. This is his team.
I tried to ignore that, dog. I tried to ignore that.
Yeah, but you can't ignore it. It's out there, man. Hey, Shaun, it's there. It's out there. You know, it's out there, Shaun. I don't know if you realize that or not, but your boy's out there with the hip sway, homie. So I'm just saying, I know you're mentally blocking it out, but isn't this the way to allow the more women refs, and then we're going to cuss out refs? It's going to be a woman one day. We're going to have a problem. I'm just telling you, watch.
I hope not. I mean, you want to be a ref. Refs get talked to extremely forcefully at times. As though you shouldn't have to watch your words based on gender. I mean, you get in that profession, you know what it is, right?
Yeah, I get it. I've cussed a few women out. I called one a horrible thing. But anyway, Shaun, we got to go right into it, man. The Penn State quarterback backup has came out with a huge long letter and just say, I quit. Just fucking stop doing all this. I quit and get the fuck out. That's what I would tell his Twitter to say. But this is the issue. There's a huge dive deep into this situation, Shaun. You and I are on the same page, I think, when it comes to this. There's twofold issue here. We got an NCAA issue where we've allowed this to occur during this particular time. We saw Malik Murphy leave Texas in the playoffs last year. I said before the season, you're going to see opt-outs in the playoffs this year because there's more teams to opt out of. And the portal window. Lane Kiffin's bitching about it. I've been saying it for years. The timing of it makes zero sense. It is a broken system. It should have never even been invented system. But also, Shaun, how much onus are you throwing on this kid? You committed to James Franklin. He is not a new coach there.
This is the same staff for most part, even a new OC, which has upgraded you, I would argue. So what do we put on the kid? How much weight do you put on the kid for actually wanting to leave his team that he committed to versus the NCAA and the timing of it? I think we're allowing the kid to get away with this, and we're blaming too much on the portal window. Come on, man. You and I wouldn't even have thought about leaving anyway. It don't matter if there was a portal open or not. So that's my point on this whole thing. Go ahead and kill it.
I think you got to view each situation in its own prism. And in this particular situation, the kid's in an untenable situation, JB. I mean, Drew Aller wasn't good enough to go pro, so he announces he's coming back. They just had that new early signing period on the 4th. Quarterbacks are jumping ship every day. So now you put this kid in a situation, what does he do? If Aller goes pro, okay, he's going to stay. Aller announces he's coming back. Now, damn, I got to spend another year backing this guy up, and I think I'm better than him anyway. I need to play. Pribble is a guy that needs reps. So do I do the loyal thing and go through the college football playoff, and after this is all over, have like very limited opportunities? Or do I go ahead and hit the market now and find myself a home and at a legitimate, price? So this kid's in a tough situation because Aller said he's coming back. When they recruited this kid, I'm sure they were telling them Aller will be gone as soon as he's eligible for the draft.
Shaun, there's over 6,000 kids in the portal right now, dog. 6,000. I still got access to the portal, by the way. There's 6,000. 6,000. There's no excuse. Like, to me, if
this was JB Jr., what would you tell him? And Aller just announced yesterday he's coming back for another year.
Look what it looks like, Shaun. That's the portal right now.
Oh, I know.
That's the portal. And all those kids are looking for the same thing, Shaun.
The timing of the schedule that NCAA has in place is flawed. The kids are entitled. But I'm saying in this particular situation, understanding that this kid has shown ability in small sample sizes of coming in the game, yet when they recruited him, everybody thought Drew Aller, when he was draft eligible, would be going to the NFL. Now, all of a sudden, he announces he's coming back to school.
Well, you and I are from the same era. There was no option for us.
Right.
We didn't care. And our daddy was at home saying, motherfucker, go ahead and quit that team. I'll beat your ass when you get home. See, that's the difference I don't think people really realize. My daddy wouldn't let me leave. No matter how good the quarterback was, I was supposed to go beat his ass out. Here's the issue I have. What year is the kid? Do you know offhand?
I think he's a redshirt sophomore, I think. Because I think he played some last year as a redshirt freshman.
Either way, I got to ask you this. Like, we don't know the privy conversation between him and James Franklin, who has a very strong hand on the offensive side, being an offensive guy. I don't know what the conversation was like. If it was my kid at Penn State, the question you asked me is, I would say, when I recruited him, the conversation would have been, from me, you have an opportunity to compete against Drew Aller. Drew Aller could be going to the NFL. This could be a you versus the new recruit I bring in room. Now, if Drew Aller stays put because he wants to better draft stock, then you and him are going to have to compete in the spring based on what his season came out to. We're obviously a playoff team. He's been up and down. You could say, to say the least, right? If you're a quarterback evaluator, Shaun, I think you've seen enough of him. Say, all right, he's a hit and miss guy. So you want to stay and compete in the spring. The best man will win the job. If you think you're that good, then beat him out in the spring and then make Drew Aller transfer and be a grad transfer somewhere if that's the rule we've allowed. See, we've allowed this whole thing. We've allowed this, though, Shaun. And the problem is every one of these kids are trying to fit in at 131 Division I playing schools. There's 6,000 of them. You can only go to 131 schools. And if you just do the math, it don't math. So, like, we've opened up Pandora's box. Like,
I get what you're saying, and I agree with you that the system is broke, JB. I'm just simply saying, as it pertains to this one particular kid, he's in an untenable situation. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
But it's not one particular kid. Malik Murphy did it last year at Texas. It's going to continue. We're going to see it every year now. This is the new trend because we don't want to fix it. We've allowed it. And Weddle and I were talking last night. We've allowed this. Weddle's like, what has happened to our great game?
I will say this.
We allowed it, Shaun.
Yeah, I'll say this regarding Malik Murphy. It's not always greener on the other side, that grass. He went to Duke.
That's my point.
They weren't happy with him. They told him he had to leave after 1 year. And they went and got Darian Mensah. So now he's looking for somewhere to be.
But it goes both ways, right? Double-edged sword.
Yeah. So, I mean, it ain't always the best decision to leave, even if it seems like the sound and right decision. I'm just saying,
it's a double-edged sword, though.
I'm just saying, knowing what Drew Allen was rated coming out of high school, any quarterback they recruited after him, they told he was leaving when he was draft eligible. And you look at Drew, he's 6'5". You know, he looks the part. He was a 5-star coming out of high school. I think he might have been the highest recruit in Penn State history. Like, he was a big get. So, all of a sudden have him announce he's coming back. Privy will probably know they're not going to give him like a legitimate shot to beat Drew out in the spring. You know?
I just think we're making up. I think we're creating, like, I think we're just setting everybody up for failure, man. Like, there's just no way. Like, we got bigger fish to fry, in my opinion. And we're allowing them to just get out of jail free cards. I want you to hear a good friend of mine, Coach Traylor over at UTSA, who
I saw this clip, but I didn't listen to it. I want to hear this. I saw the headline. I didn't get a chance to hear it.
This coach right here, Shaun, sent me Raheem Boyd, who he had in high school, and then sent to A&M, who killed it, and then
the running back.
Yeah, and then when Raheem left me, led the SEC in rushing, went to Arkansas where he was at. So I sent him back to his original guy. That's how it used to work in this game when people were loyal to each other. But Raheem was the first running back to run over 100 yards on Alabama and Nick Saban in a long time. So this is Coach Traylor. Take a listen.
I've said this and I mean this. This is not the kid's fault. This is the adults' fault. We're the ones that have messed this up. We got a football calendar going for playoffs, for bowls, that doesn't match up with an academic calendar. Classes end in December. They start again in January. The kids are the ones being caught in the middle of all this stuff. So you have two things working against each other. You have an academic calendar, you got football season we all want finished. And everybody gets mad at kids, and the kids are in a bad spot. And the problem is when a coach tries to explain it, it sounds like we're complaining, and we're just describing what's really going on right now. So I don't see how you hold it against the kids, because they're in a tough position. That's a lot to be thinking about. You got so many of them don't have anybody that even understands what to tell them. Some of them don't even have good people around them. They just don't. Some do. The ones that have good advisors around them, they make really good decisions. Those ones that don't, they just have their coaches. It's just their coaches. And I feel for them. I feel for the kids. And they're looked at as in the wrong here, and really the adults are the ones that messed all this up.
Shaun, go ahead.
No, I agree with him. I think the NCAA did not think this through. They were rushed to make this decision. They didn't take a comprehensive look at what makes it a viable introduction into scholastic sports. And I'm talking NIL transfer portal. They did not think the whole thing through. From representation, from calendar to option, to amounts, like they just put it in place and people figuring it out as they go. So I agree with Traylor in that because the adults instituted the options and didn't think them through, you can't really blame the kids for taking advantage of them.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, and indifferent. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If it was my household and my kid came to me, there would never be a discussion about a portal, though. I don't give a shit about the window of opportunity that the calendar has presented itself with in the NCAA's regards to what Coach Traylor was saying. And I've let Traylor know. He knows how I felt. My household, the kid ain't leaving anyway, so it doesn't matter. You don't even need to look at the fucking calendar. You're staying put. That is my point to his point of the adults have failed. I believe it starts at the home. We've lost the home front. And then it goes to the 7-on-7 personal trainer, high school coach that has allowed our kids to fail again. So now we have, and then you topple that with helicopter parents from the youth level on up We have a huge wild, wild west, and it goes to, okay, so now the coach can leave before a bowl game in the sense of Marshall. Their whole team leaves. They don't even have enough players that want to play in a bowl game, meaningless bowl game as the NCAA's deemed it. And now you have a game that you have to go find an opponent for. An Army has to go find whoever, Louisiana Tech or whatever. And now they have a game. To me, dog, this is the wild, wild west. Y'all asked for it. Y'all asked for it.
What makes it crazy is Marshall is the conference champ. They won the conference championship game, and the coach left for Southern Miss. That tell you how bad it got to be at Marshall.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's a wild, wild west, and I think the adults at the same. I think the adults are like me. Everyone wants me to leave California. I want to leave, but the problem is, I also on this side. I'm the guy to stay and fight. I want to fight and fix it, right? The adults in the room have to say, man, are we going to fix it for these babies coming up, or are we just going to hog ass out of town too, like they do? So now it's because kids only know what they know. I don't care. I don't believe a kid should be on the same playing field as an adult 45-year-old who's coached his whole life in a profession that has allowed him to better his family versus a 17 to 21-year-old who doesn't know how to manage a pocketbook, bank statement, or pay a light bill. I don't believe they're equal. I believe there's a thing called hierarchy. That's when I think America was best. We had a hierarchy. Now I don't believe there is any. Look at the crime. Look at the kids ain't scared to go to jail no more because nothing's going. They're not throwing them in jail. We got a bunch of shit going on. There's no hierarchy anymore. I think hierarchy needs to be had at anything you do. COO, CEO, GM, owner, coach. There's a hierarchy, Shaun. Look, let's be honest. So is Brian Dable a total fault in New York, or is it the fucking GM and the owner who allowed Saquon Barkley to leave? I think it all ties in together and all these different things. That's just me, Shaun. I don't know.
I don't know. I think the kids just better be careful because when the college system really mimics the NFL system, they're gonna find some hard realities in some of this stuff, man.
I get it.
But I don't know how you chastise the kids by taking advantage of the environment. It's there, they're gonna take advantage of it.
Only reason I chastise them
even if we wouldn't do it, JB, or we don't agree with it, I can't, in good spirit and good faith, look at them and chastise the majority of them. If you at a college and that college is paying you, let's say $60,000, and somebody tells you that you can go over here and make $1.5 million, this is, even though it's disgusting and it's distasteful and I hate it and it's teaching all the wrong things, I don't know how you tell a kid not to take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think for every one that is successful, there's 6,000 that are unsuccessful, and we don't look at it that way. We only look at the Joe Burrow that left Ohio State and had success at LSU. We only look at the developed product in Jalen Hurts, who had great development under Nick Saban at Alabama, who goes for 1 year, has a great success under Lincoln Riley. We look at that. Those are very, very, very small success stories if you look at the big picture. Because the rest of these guys, Shaun, we don't know who they are and never will hear from them again. But no one cares about those guys. That's the problem in fixing it. When you fix it like you and I want to fix it, we look at that problem.
But to dig deeper into it, the factuality that you just said, the reality that most of them not going to the pros, makes it even more of a reason if you got an opportunity to create a financial windfall to go and take advantage of it. Because you know what I'm saying? You're not a pro guy. But if you're going to make $400,000 extra over 2 years at this program as opposed to the one you at, how do you tell the kid not to go take advantage of that?
I think that's where the problem lies, man. This is not the NIL as what it was at least put on paper and presented to the country as. This is a pay for play versus what it was presented as was, hey, I'm going to sell 1,000 Slapdick Nation hoodies in the student store. You get all the money. That was what NIL was supposed to be. That was my growing up best friend Ed O'Bannon's reason for suing the NCAA.
Right.
Because their name, image, and likeness was taken advantage of. I should be the one doing it more than anybody. Netflix got billions of dollars off my name. I'm trying to say that is what it was designed for.
Right. And these clowns are getting paid and we don't even know who they are.
Shaun, we knew that the backup left corner and the backup running back, they're not going to get no money in the student store. So what happened was now we're getting yelled at as a collective unit by Nick Saban when the quarterback's making $3 million and the backup's making $300. Now, I got to get cussed out the same as the guy making $3 million? Hell no, I'm out. Greener pastures ahead, but they really aren't because 6,000 fail. One makes it. And now we're like, Joe Burrow's out there, JB. Yeah, there's always an anomaly, Shaun. But Shaun, real quick before we bring in E-Dub, I got to ask you, again, Washington State's head coach, good dude, Jake Dickert, he's come out and said that quarterback who's balled out this year, John Metier, is still practicing with the Cougars and is taking time to decide if he will enter the portal or not. And context to the story, Shaun, the offensive coordinator at Wazoo left and is taking the OC job at Oklahoma. So, again.
Fact check this, Bailey. I think the kid just announced he's leaving. Fact check it, Bailey.
See, here's the issue, man.
I just saw the kid just said he's leaving.
This is the issue I'm talking about, man. This is an adult issue. I agree with Traylor, but I also agree with some sort of accountability as a grown-up. You kids want to call yourselves grown men when we call you out on something. You say, I'm grown. Don't holler at me like that. If you're grown, son, then own up to the commitment you made, man. You are just leaving this whole team you sat there with the whole year.
Hey,
and it's easy, Shaun. It's easy to blame the grown-up, but dog.
Aren't the grown-ups the reason? Like, didn't they kind of create this energy in college sports?
They did.
About 10, 12 years ago, man, they started jumping from house to house at an all-time high rate. Them salaries started getting inflated. I mean, they kind of created this. I feel like it was that coaching movement that started the conversation on the national platform about the unfairness in compensation.
Listen, Coach, Shaun, regardless of what it is, he has entered the portal.
Yeah, I thought I saw that he's in the portal now.
He's entered the portal.
Can you blame him? The Pac-12 commissioner completely screwed up that whole negotiation last year. Some kind of way Washington State and Oregon State get left out of all the movement. Now his OC goes to Oklahoma. So you can go from oblivion in Pullman, Washington, to go and play in the SEC and making a name for yourself, making more money. I can't blame the kid, JB.
Okay, let me ask you this, though. We're in the Wild Wild West, Coach. Shaun, I already said it. Why then do coaches let players stay while deciding whether they are going to the portal or not? Or why do they take the players back after they entered the portal and decide they want to return because they tested the water, Shaun? Like you put your foot in that damn Pacific Ocean on my boat that day and was like, hell no, I'm getting out of here. Yeah. They did that. They dipped their foot in and then they're like, I reneged. You dealt me the wrong cards, homie. Like, nah, dog. Like that's
so every situation different. Let me speak on Tulane. So Tulane had a redshirt freshman started quarterback this year, Darian Mensah. He entered the portal. He's going to Duke. He left. The backups are Kai Horton and Ty Thompson. Kai Horton entered the portal, JB. He left. So Ty Thompson, just because, he got some stuff to him, and I think he's using it as an audition because it's against Florida. He's in the portal, but going to play quarterback for us in the bowl game end of this week. Because we ain't have anybody else.
Shaun, 6,000.
Think how crazy that is.
Shaun, that's the number, 6,000 in the portal. Right. Come on, dog. We got to look at it at some point and say, come on. It's. I get it. It's half full. It's the adults created the mess, but where's the guidance? Like, we got a lot to go. It's E-Dub Super Bowl champ Eric Weddle Monday. Let's get ready to bring him in his proper way, Bailey.
Yeah. I'm in my mode, ready to transform you in the I hate a storm, Hail Marys, I make it pour. Good, I ain't lying, you little giants, we been defying. Rise. What's the cost to be the boss? Breaking down the walls. We all in once the coin gets tossed. Got the plan of action, never acting. No need to scramble to get traction. We make it happen. From 3-4 to 4-3, we get it cracking.
Yeah, E-Dub. So E-Dub, we gotta come right in because we gotta debunk everything that's going on in the world. And Shaun, this is true story now. I got the video. E-Dub calls me last night. I see E-Dub calling. I answer it. I'm smoking a stick in the lounge with Ash, the great trained dog he is. And I'm like chilling. And I'm like, what's up, E-Dub? You good? He's like, man, the aliens are here. And I go, what? And literally right above his house was one of these drones that we're seeing all over the internet. And he sent me a video and a picture of what it was. He said, it's barely 100 feet above my head. I can literally shoot it down, throw a rock at it, whatever. I go, so it's man-made, though. And Eric goes, 1,000%. I go, yeah, I didn't think it was aliens. But the question we have is, why are they out there? My brother's in the Air Force, fighter pilot, former fighter pilot. He's told me some weird things I can't say. But, Eric, tell us about the experience before we get going into the sports world. What did you see, and was there any green goblins coming out?
Well, I do want to say this. Anytime I've ever called Coach, he's always answered. So kudos to him. Yeah, man. I was going to
Shaun. I tried to answer Shaun too. He called me yesterday. I was driving back from Arizona, and I missed his call. But
hey, Shaun, it's you're just not on that level yet, I guess. You gotta. It took you a while to get the intro video. Now
Shaun thinks I'm really we're really a racist RACCISS show.
I'm not going to go to the portal though. I'm gonna stick it out.
Stick it out. Okay. Yeah, man. I pulled out of my driveway and I see this we always got helicopters and stuff. I live kind of above.
Everyone,
the city, and
hey, Shaun, this is really who lives above you? No one. Who lives below me? Everyone.
Nah. So I see a blinking, I knew what it was. I couldn't tell it was coming towards me, and I couldn't tell if it was a helicopter or not because of how slow it was going. And as it gets closer, I pull up. I slow down, pull over, roll down my window. They probably took pictures of me as it was flying by, knowing this dude.
They were like, "Oh, that's E-Dub." That was like the government was like, "That's E-Dub."
Yeah, that's E-Dub. Oh, he cool. He one of us. He good. So yeah, it was definitely not like when it flew over me. It looked like a miniature plane,
those things are huge in person.
Yes.
And the military drones are huge.
Yes, and that's exactly my first initial thought as it flew over me. It must have been maybe 100 feet above my head, so I knew exactly what it looked like, and it looked like a miniature-sized plane, but obviously big, not like a plane, but not. When they say car size, that's exactly what it looked like, and it had like a low grumbling, like a winding noise of you see in the movies, or what you see as a military drone that's just kind of hovering for days and weeks at a time and doing whatever it needs to do. I don't know what it's doing. I don't really, I don't
what you sent me, Dub, was not a drone. What you sent me is not a drone, though. Those are actual Reapers that are we send those. My brother was like, we send those out to seek out shit.
They carry missiles. They carry missiles and bombs.
Yeah, they carry some things too. I don't know what they carry, but they carry some stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that exact one that I sent you from the video or what I saw, but I knew it looked like that in some shape or form. It didn't look like those little handheld. Yes, it looked like a shape of a plane.
God, that's over my house. That's the problem, homie. That's not no drone. That ain't no drone.
Yeah, it's not like the drones that we think conceptually of, like the little handheld that we can all buy.
This one your neighbor dropping a beer to you in the backyard.
Yeah, definitely not what those are. No, that's not what I saw.
We're in California. Here's some context. Where E-Dub is, there's Camp Pendleton, which is a Marine base. Then you got some airports. Then you have some Navy bases in Miramar. And then not too far up the road near me, you have March Air Force Base, which is right up the street. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of installations around here. So I'm just throwing that out there. So where they're coming from, we have no idea. But they're also it's ironic that they're on the coast, West Coast and the East Coast, because obviously that's where you would come to do anything from a foreign country. So it is what it is. Hopefully it's nothing. If it is something, hopefully we found it. If it's not, then God be with us all. But let's talk football, Shaun. Let's talk football, E-Dub. We got a lot going on in the sports world. I got to ask you, first of all, I want to tell you, first of all, your new committed QB was going to join us on the show. And then I did some deep dive and digging, and we just couldn't do it because I didn't want to put him in harm's way. As a former alum, they're going to say, oh, he's on collective, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to have him on the show. He just transferred from New Mexico to Utah. His trainer is on our show, Gio, on Wednesdays. So he's going to come on the show tomorrow with us. So I want to let you know that you got a good one, though, because I've seen him. You guys got a good one in Utah. I think Shaun Bailey's over there worried with Matt because the Big 12 next year may have some good quarterbacks and maybe a lot better.
Shout out to Travis Hunter.
Hey, what's your take on the QB next year going to Utah, E-Dub?
Yeah, I mean that's the way of the land now. We hired New Mexico's offense coordinator, and then you bring the QB that you just had under him. So hopefully he's good.
Is that black athletic kid?
Yeah. I mean,
mix.
I'm gonna have to see him prove it at the highest level. I'm not gonna get all geeked up over it because
I agree.
What he did at the mid-major level wasn't like anything that gonna wow me, and it was average. So I don't know. Like I'm hoping. Obviously, we need a full-fledged makeover offensively, and hopefully, this new coordinator can come in and quarterback can. And I don't know what year he is, if he's a one-year rental or if we could actually build around him. But I'm going to be reserved until otherwise. And so you got to prove it to me. Us old dogs, we've seen a lot of been around the block. You gotta show it to me when the bullets are live before I start giving some praise out.
His name is Devon Dampier. He's fully white. He threw for 2770. He threw for 2770, 12 picks, 12 touchdowns, but he ran for damn near 1,200 yards and 20 touchdowns. So
I mean, I know
Josh Allen-esque.
I know they wanted to get athleticism and the way the offenses have changed over the years. Utah has been wanting to morph into that, just haven't been able to, and to be able to run the quarterback and be dynamic in the pocket with the running ability. They've been wanting to do that for a decade now. So hopefully he can make us into something special.
Well, I hope they do it, big dog. They were tough to watch this past year.
Oh, yeah, you tell me.
Hey, this is for both of you guys, man, real quick. Brian Kelly and his wife basically are kicking off the Kelly Family $1 Million Match Challenge. They will match donations to LSU's football NIL efforts up to $1 million with a gift to the Tiger Athletic Foundation Athletic Directors Excellence Fund. Is this something we're
so it's just LSU is paying, he's not paying a dime because they're paying Kelly, and then Kelly will just pay.
Like Shaun,
this is so stupid.
Is this what we're seeing the future to be? Like we're going to come out with this outside the box thinking to create some sort of smoke and mirror to think we're matching dollars. You're not spending your money.
I don't know. I mean, I guess this is some positive energy for Kelly, who underachieved this year, and
he needs something.
Probably is on the hot seat. They're losing recruits. They lost that big quarterback recruit, Underwood, who had been committed to him forever, to Michigan. So
they kept the kid, though. I think they kept the big-time kid yesterday from leaving.
Yeah. Here's my thing on this. Like, and you're gonna see more. I think I saw somewhere else that he's gonna reduce his salary to help pay for kids coming in. Like, when is it? When is this gonna stop? Like,
right.
When is the portal going to get moved, or why is the portal even like? I was taking JB this a couple days ago. Like, the whole transfer came into effect when COVID came. Now we all know what that was about, and we've never will go back to that year and a half that these kids lost, and adults and everyone, small business. We can get into all that, but we need to get rid of the portal, get rid of transferring in the sense that you can't just transfer and play. Like, why is this still being allowed, for one? And then two, we can't just move it. 3, paying to play. Let's just make them pros. It's getting like, how do you support it? How, if I'm the coach and I'm getting paid to do a job and I have to do X, Y, and Z along with A through X, and now I have to get rid of the money that I'm paid to do the job to try to get players in here for 6 months where there's no loyalty. They don't care about the team. They only care about themselves. Like, this is what you're trying. This is what it's becoming, and it's trickling to the NFL. Like, I saw the dude that threw that pick in that the throwback in the Colts game.
Yeah, he played at Texas, the wide receiver.
And to hear his response after the game, he could give 2 SHIT about the play, about the game, about the season. And if I'm a veteran, as you know, Shaun, if I'm a veteran in that locker room who gives his life in the sense to try to win and make the playoffs and win a Super Bowl, this kid could care less. And this is the reality of what football is. There is no team. There is no camaraderie. There is no we not me type attitude. And how do you watch it? How do you support it? It's really good.
I mean, to E's point, JB, now kids that are already getting NIL are posting on Twitter that they renegotiated their NIL and gonna say, like, it's crazy.
I don't get it, man. At some point, we got to end it. Real quick, Shaun, to your neck of the woods, and a former QB, Teddy Bridgewater, 2-glove Teddy, led his alma mater, Miami Northwestern, to a Florida State championship in just year one. He outscored his opponents 262-12, and he won the state title 41-0. What's going on in Florida is my question, Shaun. Why is it so shitty? How did he win so easily? I'm just kidding. Shout out to Teddy. What's your take on Teddy?
This is actually his alma mater, Miami Northwestern, that he went back and he's the head coach of. And, of course, you know, Miami's a hotbed of talented players. So with him bringing his stature, you know, having been a guy that not only played in the NFL, Teddy got a couple big bags. So him going in there, he can, you know, create discipline and accountability and some new schemes. And with the players they got, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad for him. He's a good kid, man. I got to meet him a few times. He's a great dude too. Loves the city, loves doing it for those kids. I'm glad. I think he's a coach too. Just talking to him, it seems like EW, you know, when you have it or don't have it, he has it. I think he can be a guy. I'm wondering if he's jockeying already because he has a name for one of these smaller gigs. Jacksonville State. I don't know if FIU got filled already. One of these jobs, I wouldn't be surprised if he went after.
I wouldn't be surprised if he stays at Northwestern forever. Because
you wouldn't be.
He's already financially taken care of, and that's home, and he can have the most impact with the people that, you know, are dearest to him. You know, this should be a high school's dream, to have a guy who made enough money that, you know, he can just stay there and build a program. Think how easy it would be to sustain a program in Miami if your money right. And,
no doubt. He'd be fucking Mater Dei out here. He could try to mess with Mater Dei.
And he fits the culture. He fits in. He's young enough to still do all the dances and be in the TikTok and, you know, relate to the kids on that level. So it's like the perfect mix.
But E-Dub, like, you know, and I know, like, if this guy has done it and successful already, he's got it in the back of his head, think I can go do it and compete at the 4-year level too.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what makes him go. Is he, you know, the high school level is just enough. Like, it's just enough time and commitment and give back that you're not fully sacrificing everything to take on a legit college job or go back to the NFL. Like, that's that's a mindset change. That's a lifestyle change that you have to be ready for. Like, I'm not at that point, or nor do I want it. But for Teddy, like, I've talked to him a few times, and he's just got a great demeanor about himself. And
good dude.
I love seeing, like, Carson just got hired on at
Santa Margarita,
which is I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome for guys that have played to try to give back to their communities and try to give back at the high school level. I think that's the purest form of football and the most, I don't want to say the most impact, but you can have a great impact on a lot of kids that aren't going to be playing football at the next level, which I think a lot of these kids need some guidance and need some help in those areas.
He's Shaun's point to me, in California, State California, we got 72 JUCOs that play football. Florida has 0. So IMG is as close thing to it. And Northwestern could be the JUCO for those kids in Florida, meaning that he has the most impact at that level. I think JUCO coaches have the most impact on kids when they have a JUCO to go to. In Florida, they don't. I think this is his JUCO in sense. So I could see him staying there, to Shaun's point, but I could also see him saying, hey, I got to at least get my foot in the water and see how the temperature is at a school. Because if you're really good and you think you're really good and you've proven it already, why would you not want to go compete against Norvell and Miami? I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know.
Shaun, is 3A, what's that, like, level-wise?
Mid level.
They used to be elite. They used to be the big
6 or 7.
Yeah, they used to be the big dogs. Now it's just changed so much. I don't know.
It's JB paper right. You live in that Miami lifestyle, you know. Like he said, you know, he don't see. And to everybody in the chat and stuff and is listening, when I say your money's right, that means you don't have to teach at the high school. You know, you can just show up. You know, midday, go over to the weight room for the guys that got, you know, PE, get a little lift in.
Exactly.
You know, like, that's a big deal. You know, once the season's over, you know, you got some downtime.
For sure.
I agree.
100%.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
yeah.
Hey, Eda, before we do a new segment, we're going to do a betting segment Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, especially as this Friday comes. It's the playoff start, sponsored by BetUS. I got to ask you the whole thing with your take on, as a coach, you are a coach. Shaun and I both coach kids. If you see the Jonathan Taylors of the world and this other kid that we saw for the Bengals yesterday continue to drop the ball before they cross the plane, are you not coaching it every single day with a cut up showing all these ball security, job security? I don't understand. I used to train my guys, hand the ball to the damn referee every single play. Why are we seeing this at an all-time high, and what is going on at the all-time level with dropping the ball?
Yeah, I mean, it's shocking that it's happening still and at the highest level. I would say when it comes back to the team and the culture and the vision. I would throw this out. When I was in San Diego, we had a special teams coordinator named Rich Pistachia. He's still coaching. One of the best coaches I've ever been around. He got. It's still to this day, over the last decade, the Raiders.
I'll say he should have got the Raiders job.
The biggest mistake ever was not hiring him after the job he did after Gruden got finagled out of the Raiders job. So, anyways, Saturday night before our games, it was basically Rich. You know, when Norv was our head coach, Norv didn't really like getting up in front of the team. It wasn't his personality. It wasn't his strengths. He just liked being in the background. When we won, it was the players. When we lost, he would take it on his shoulders. But getting in front of the team just wasn't his thing. So Rich would get up there, and he would have a 15-minute video session of clips. It would be probably 50, 60 clips of around the league of plays exactly like that. And he would go through all these plays, situational, time management, referee mistakes, spotting the ball. When you make a catch, you got to give it to the ref on the hash and just wait for him. Like, educating the players on situational football and bonehead mistakes that'll lose you games. And every week. And it was the highlight of the week because of his personality. But also, I gained so much education of football because of those meetings. So I just think it's not, at this point in the season, the guys are probably getting out at 3 or 4 in the afternoon. There is no afternoon meetings. There is no workouts. Like, everything gets shortened. They're not where in the old days we were there till 7:30 no matter what. And that's actual meeting time with your coaches.
Yeah.
Not extra time. So
yeah,
the emphasis.
Teaching is coaching, man. Listen, we got a new segment real quick brought to you by BetUS. Tonight, Monday night, 2 games tonight, which is another unbelievable. I just don't see it. Before we start this, I got to ask both of you, why is Roger Goodell and the NFL not flex scheduling this late in the year when they can and have access to doing it now with all the analytics and everything? Why aren't we flex scheduling? Atlanta Raiders, really? Can I ask you guys, is there a reason why?
I think it's because not everyone will be guaranteed a Monday night game. I think that's really
be, though.
Because Sunday night you could get flexed out because that's prime time, and knowing most teams understand you may not get a Sunday night game. Like, there are times where you just won't play on Sunday night, but Monday night, I always thought that's why they lock in that schedule to make sure every team has at least one primetime game. But I
don't understand, if you're going to do 2 Monday night games, why do you show them concurrently? Why are they all
so stupid? Exactly. That's the same thing as
so you get a real double header.
Yes, like the double the Bills game and the Eagles game, both playing at the same time. Why not move one of them to Sunday night or one of them to the 10 a.m. so everyone can watch the best games of the week?
I don't get it. That was unbelievable. I asked the same thing yesterday. I think there's cannibalization, right? Like, isn't that cannibalism? I don't know. But hey, Bailey's gonna hop in with us. Bailey's gonna rapid fire these questions to us for tonight. Yeah. So hey, we're gonna make this a video. So Bailey will rapid fire them to Shaun and you and me, and we'll answer as quick as we can, best we can, and that'll be the odds, the over, the under, everything. So here we go, game 1.
Bet. So let's go rapid fire. Let's start with this game. This is going to be another great game for Monday night. The Falcons take on the Raiders. I believe the line on BetUS is down 5.5 now. Falcons are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is at 44.5. Let's start with the total, or let's start with the spread, actually. Shaun, go ahead. Falcons are 5.5-point favorites versus the Raiders. Who you got?
I don't love the way Kirk Cousins is playing, but with Max Crosby being announced out for the year, I'm going to go with the Falcons here to win and cover this number on the road. Bunch of Falcon fans in Vegas, too. They travel well.
No doubt. E-Dub?
Agree. Same.
Falcons. JB?
I'm taking the Falcons to cover the number as well, and I'm going to go on this over-under. You said it's at what?
Over-under is at 44.5.
I'm gonna go over on this one. I think the Falcons are struggling as of late because of their offense. Their defense is out there longer. I think Stidham will have a few big plays to a few big playmakers. The Raiders still have at wideout. I think they have one of the best wideouts in football that nobody talks about. He will get loose, and the best tight end, Jacoby
Myers.
Man, if you look at it, he's dropped one football all year long.
Mm-hmm.
Brock,
I just want to see if you knew his name.
Come on, dog. I'm a savant. Hands up, too. No Google.
Eric, here's what nobody's talking about. This is the Desmond Ridder revenge game.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. He is awful. Under.
Hey, anytime you go under, it's always over. I'm going over. All right, baby.
30
I agree with Shaun. I'm going with Falcons and under for sure. The other game, divisional matchup, Bears versus Vikings. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Caleb Williams versus Sam Darnold. The line, Vikings are 7-point favorites. Shaun, go ahead. Who you got?
I think division games are always tricky. I think a touchdown's too much. I'm going to go with the Bears to be able to keep this one close. I'll take the Bears plus the 7.
Bet. Ida?
I'm going Minnesota, and I think they'll beat them by more than 7. This is a dumpster fire. They're on the 17-game losing streak. I do love me some Thomas Brown, though. He is a future star in the making, but Minnesota's got bigger things going on. So I expect like a 35-40 point massacre tonight.
Bingo.
JB,
Bingo
who you got?
says his name-o. I got the Vikings covering the number, going over the number. The Vikings are going to dominate them. The Vikings have to win big because of what's happened in Detroit and Green Bay over the last 24 hours. I think Vikings show up. They want to stay close to the Eagles.
And they're at home.
And they're, yeah, I like them to cover the 7 and an over on this one. Vikings all day.
Well, there you have it. 2 Monday Night Football games for some reason, but there you have it. Those JB, Shaun King, and Eric Weddle's picks for Monday Night Football.
Shout out to that.
Baby.
Hey, I gotta go, JB. I'll see you guys later.
Shaun, appreciate you. I'll see you
guys,
Friday.
Shaun.
Hey, Edub, prize picks real quick. Some DFS stuff. Another sponsor of the show.
Where's Smitty today?
Smitty was here early. He had to leave early. He has a doctor's appointment. And
That's the same. Listen, I'm going to chime in on Smitty for 20 seconds. This is the same thing I have an issue with my players missing practice or meeting time. When you know our schedule, why are you getting a doctor's appointment during work time or practice time? I don't understand. So, Smitty, you made it. You knew your schedule. How are you not in here right now? Come on, man. Got to be better.
I agree. Hey, Shaun, here's my
Shaun's not here anymore.
I mean, Edub, here's my DFS. I got my DFS picks and locks of the night.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send this to Bailey. He'll post it. But I got some DFS sponsored by Prize Picks. Head on over to Prize Picks today and use my promo code Coach JB. Bailey, I just sent him to you. Edub, let's talk about him. I got Justin Jefferson. Go to Prize Picks right now and get these picks in. I got Justin Jefferson to have more than half a touchdown, whether it's rushing, receiving, or passing. I got him over half of half. I think he'll get 1. So that's what that is. I also got Jordan Addison over 55 yards receiving.
Easy.
Brock Bowers over half a touchdown. I mean, he'll score a touchdown some way. Aaron Jones over 66.5 yards rushing. Sam Darnold over 2.5 passing touchdowns. And Caleb Williams over 1.5 touchdowns. There it is, right there. Head on over to Prize Picks today. Shaun, Edub, I was wishing Shaun was supposed to do this with us. Edub, where are you at with this? Do you like under, over?
I like all of them. I get a little nervous with Bowers in the sense that they know he's the number 1 guy, and Minnesota and Flores should be up for assistant of the year if they even have that. I like the someone's take. I don't know if it was you or someone else, just of how Miami tricked that whole situation off. Was mad at Flores for being tough on Tua and everybody else. And whether that's true or not, I don't really know. That's what everyone says. But then now they're just not a very good team and can't beat anybody good. So it's crazy how things come around. But I like all of them actually. I think those are some gimmies in there too.
Hey, $20 on Prize Picks will get you $700 with that right there. So, hey, head on over there today. Use my promo code Coach JB.
Like that.
Hey, Edub, it's another Edub Super Bowl Monday. We got to do it. We got to end it with Ride or Die for Monday night.
Ride or Die.
Ride or Die brought to you by BetUS.
Cold pick.
Ride or Die, Edub, Kirk Cousins, Desmond Ridder. The fact you got to think about it tells us the state of quarterback play in the NFL.
I mean, I got to ride with Cousins, even though he's struggling. But there's no chance I'm going Ridder. Ridder was not very good in college against good teams. Got drafted way too high. It's just unfortunate for some of these guys. Like, it's not their fault they get drafted high into a team that's not very good. But you got to man up, and he just was never good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm hearing, though, through the rumblings, Aiden O'Connell can still play tonight.
Yeah, and he stinks too.
So, hey, ride or die. Caleb Williams or Sam Darnold?
That may be the easiest one that you've done all year. Sam Darnold, baby, all day.
I'm riding with Sam, baby. I'm riding with Sam Darnold.
Here's a not an over under, but does Caleb throw a pick and he hasn't done in like 7 games? Pretty crazy. Does he throw a pick tonight?
Yes. The Vikings defense
pretty impressive.
Ranked top 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The defense is legit.
Yeah. Ride or die. Brock Bowers versus Drake London and Pitts combined.
Like, are we saying yards?
Like just over or ride or die. Who are you riding with?
Like, who would I rather have? I'm Bowers. Yeah. Bowers,
I'm taking Brock Bowers. I just think they're going to force feed him tonight. And then you got Pitts, who's hit and miss, and then Drake London has to get the ball. Kirk Cousins, can he stay upright? He's thrown how many interceptions the last 2 weeks? I think this could be a little bit of an issue. I think Brock Bowers eats tonight. I'm riding with Brock Bowers. Ride or die, Bijan Robinson versus whoever the hell the Raiders throw out, because it's a joke.
Robinson. It's still Raheem. Raheem's my guy, obviously. I want to see him getting 30 touches a game.
I know, me too.
Why does that not happen? Why?
I don't know.
Like, come on. He's the best player on the field.
I get it.
Give him the ball.
2 years in a row. I don't get it.
Give him the ball. What
I don't get it.
Coach is getting in the way. Come on, man.
I don't get it.
Let's go.
Ride or die, AP, Raheem Morris.
Raheem all
I
day.
think-
Does AP have a job after this season?
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Ride or die, Bears defense, Vikings defense.
Vikings.
Bears defense is pretty good too. It's surprisingly, if the quarterback play was better, the Bears would probably be better on defense. And then last one, eat up, ride or die, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison.
Jordan Addison.
Really? Because he's going to get the ball more.
Okay, Caleb can't get him. I mean, how many times have we seen DJ Moore just walk off the field mid-play or stop his route knowing the ball's not going to get there? Like,
I don't know. Hey, EW, as you exit today and look for aliens, I got to ask you. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. The kid that walked out on his team for the 49ers, haven't had a chance to talk to you about it. What would you have done? What would you have done? I mean, I'm sure it would be similar response as Kittle's, as Ward. They basically, they instantly right away, screw this guy, get him out of here. You've dabbled in the GM space. What do? Do you suspend him so he doesn't go and benefit on another team and get paid, and suspend him without pay? How do you do this? Because I know they're looking into it as the union. I know the union is protecting him too, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like like most of the guys that last week showed, just taken back that someone would actually do something like this. No matter. Guys, you're not happy at a lot of the season. You know, you get benched, you get a young guy in there that's going to try to take your job. Like, that's a year-to-year basis. Every year, your job is on the line. So knowing that you played but understood the situation and the season on the line, and you turn your back and just walk out and you say, nah, I'm straight. Like, when Keyshawn or somebody said, like, you'll never wear a jersey again, he's not ever going to play again. Like, I would only expect no team to ever sign this guy because of what he did, and it's unfortunate. But that's life in the big city, man. Like, you can't come back from a decision like that. Now, on the flip side, organization-wise, I'm trying to take some money. I'm trying to get anything I can. I'm not going to let this guy off easy, not for doing something like that. Nope. So I think they suspended him so they could try to get. I think they can try to get up to $800,000 back from the signing bonus plus the 3 games that they're not going to have to pay for. And it'll be interesting to see if the NFLPA fights it. I'm sure they will because they have to, but there's no way they're going to win. This conduct detrimental to the team. you quit, you're a traitor. Never again would you be able to step on the same field as me. And that's a sentiment from most guys, real ones that try to respect the game and try to do it the right way. The Kittles of the world, even Ward, like that. You could tell it means a lot to them, and it means the culture and the team means a lot. I would say that means more to them than wins and losses, just cherishing the team. And when something like this happens, you can't ever trust that guy, ever.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't do it. He's a JUCO guy, and I knew the JUCO coach he was at Hutch JUCO in Kansas, and it was they allowed
you and him were pretty close, though, right?
Hey, undefeated too.
There we go.
Hey, E-Dub, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I hope you find the green-eyed bandits.
They'll be there.
Not named Eric Sermon, and see if the aliens are for real. Hopefully, Eric Weddle can break the news globally that they're for real.
Yeah,
right here on the Realest Show on Planet Earth.
On the Realest Show, Planet
Hey,
Earth.
E-Dub, appreciate you. Enjoy the week. We'll talk to you again.
Hey, you guys got to watch Ravens game Saturday night. I'm going out there. Gonna be the legend of the game where I come out and hype the crowd up. So I'm pretty excited. I haven't been back since my last year there in 18.
What you gonna do to hype them up? What you gonna do to hype up?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe just whatever comes.
You gonna
to
do some
mind
Ray
at that
Lewis?
moment.
Some Ray Lewis?
No. I would never disrespect the greatest from that. I'd stay in my lane, man. I stay in my lane. I'm just
too
one of the small.
You're too humble of a guy.
Yeah.
I'm envisioning you walking out. Like, are you
Yeah.
gonna have a hammer? Like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I just whatever comes for the moment. Just whatever it is.
You wearing a jersey?
Yeah. I think they give the legend jersey, and I'll try to hype up the crowd. Do whatever I got to do to get the crowd going. Big time game, Pittsburgh at the bank. Let's go. It's gonna be. It's
we're
gonna be
watching
fun.
that. That'll be on the show Monday. You be back by Monday?
Yeah. I'll be back.
PJ?
PJ?
They flying you on a PJ?
Oh no, man. Southwest. Only nonstop to Baltimore.
Hey, you gonna see drones?
Hey, if I do, I'm sure I'm gonna videotape it when I'm on the plane. Hopefully not. I want to get there safely. So
I got Pittsburgh in that game, by the way. I'm calling it right now.
Right. Yeah, stop. I'm not coming on the show if you do that.
Hey, the Rams back in first though.
Yep. Rams. Boy, hey, they're gonna win out. They're gonna host a playoff game. It's eerie similar of 3 years ago.
Hell yeah, Bailey.
So
Bailey. Rams, Bailey.
Clip
As
it.
I predicted, Bailey.
Nobody
Seattle
wants to see it. No one wants to see the Rams. No one wants to see the Rams.
Philly, you don't want to see the Rams.
Nope.
You don't want to see the You don't want to see the Rams, stepbrothers. Telling you right now.
Yo, what was up? Did we talk about the sideline with Sirianni and Carter?
No, we can, real
coach.
We can,
What
Bailey.
was that all about?
I don't know, man. We talked about it, but I don't know. I find it just dynamic is weird there, man. I just think that's what gets you beat.
Has there ever been more drama and turmoil of a 12-2 team than the Eagles? Like, I don't get it. Like, who's this coach? He's the D-line coach. You're gonna step in the head coach.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And not let him rip Carter's. For what he did? Like,
I don't. Clint Hurt. His name's Clint Hurt, I believe.
Yeah, like, hold on, coach, get out of my way. Carter, get over here. I don't know what you were thinking, but that is irresponsible, stupid, selfish, and he don't even care. Look at that. Like, this is what I'm talking about, coach. He don't care. The head coach is trying to talk, and he's laughing. Oh my gosh. Like, I would lose my mind if one of my kids did this. My mind. I would just seriously, like, a kid does this. I'm walking out. I'm done coaching. Like, no, I'm done. I'm not. Why?
You're fired. I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm firing you.
It's crazy.
You are fired. I'm firing you on the spot. You're fired. And then Jalen Carter, get your ass over here. Like, that's I do not
get it. Seriously, I don't know. It's shocking to me. I would like an
If
answer to that.
if this team wins at all, I will be very shocked. I just think that there's too much.
The limitations of Hurts throwing the ball is what's going to get them beat.
That's what I said to start the show. I believe the same thing. Because you saw Pittsburgh stop Saquon yesterday. How many of those games are Jalen Hurts going to have like he had yesterday? And in the playoffs, that's what I agree with you. I think
same reason Pittsburgh can't win it because they don't have great QB play. I mean,
yeah,
they have a
good
good team.
Defense played well enough to me. 27 points you should be able to be in the game.
You got to have great QBs in the playoffs. It's the reality. So if you don't have a great QB that can throw the ball on time or make something happen, the Josh Allens and the Lamars, which can they win a Super Bowl? Maybe. We'll see. But the other guys have, and they've shown it. So.
Hey, who do you take right now? We're going to do a new segment this week. Who do you take right now? You take Jared Goff or Josh Allen to build a team?
Josh Allen,
because of his dynamic dual threat.
Yeah, like Goff is. I mean, he threw almost 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. I mean, but you have to have pieces around him, right, in the system. I think you could put Josh in.
Anyone, yeah.
In any, under center, gun, QB run game, like it's
Jared Goff has to be in a catered
outside zone, play action.
Yeah, he's Peyton Manning.
He could drop back, but that's not you. We've seen when he just straight drop back with no running game, he struggles. That's most quarterbacks, though. That's not it.
I tell you, it was good to watch yesterday. Both quarterbacks sit in the pocket, throw the ball on time. Josh Allen's throwing to the tight end, throwing dimes on the corner route.
Man,
I love to see a guy that's so and then St. Brown, 14 catches, almost 200 yards. I mean, he's spreading the ball around.
That throw Goff made when they were down 2 scores. That
when he tipped it,
20-yard deep in cut for a 60-70-yard touchdown.
When backer tipped it,
insane. And that's the eye discipline.
That's the banana ball. That's the banana ball throw, man. I used to have him throw the goalpost, so I have my cue. Throw right, skin the goalpost with the football, skin it, because that's that hole dropper that you have to do against two.
Got to get over their hands.
Get it over the backer and then down before the safety, though. So, that is a throw that you have to make. You have to teach. I agree.
Corner route, the rhythm corner route to Kincaid against 2-man. That Allen throw, I thought that was one of his best throws because the touch, you're talking about that banana, that layered throw on time. And he beat their best corner. That just shows you the talent Kincaid has. He routed up Arnold, who's their best corner.
Kincaid's legit.
Yeah. So
I had him in my fantasy yesterday. I actually won with him. So I liked it. But E-Dub, it's another E-Dub Monday. We'll see you Monday. Enjoy the flight. Be safe and stay away from the green-eyed bandits.
You got it, brother.
All right, bro. Later. E-Dub, Shaun King, Big Matt McChesney. Shout out to everybody joining the show. Smitty will be back tomorrow. It is Talk That Talk Tuesday. Dr. Jesse Morse joins us. T-Rich Tuesday. Trent Richardson and the Korean co-sell himself, Steve Kim, will join us. We got a lot to discuss. We'll see about the 2 games tonight. Get your bets in. Bet US. Use my promo code CoachJB and Prize Picks. Promo code CoachJB. And if all you guys out there want a ticker, go to skyboxsports.net today. Use my promo code CoachJB. Get you 10% off right now. All you man cave enthusiasts, coaches, whether you just want a ticker in the bedroom, put it on your ceiling when you're hitting it and quitting it. We'll see you tomorrow on the realest show on planet Earth. Pound and subscribe today. Peace.